our live NFL draft coverage live on our Giants YouTube channel with Marshall Green and on our Cowboys YouTube channel. We had a feud this past week, Marshall, and you cheated, to be clear. We have reached a compromise.
We have reached a compromise.
We will simulcast.
We will do it for all of the people out there. Look, I once had a coach growing up in Pee Wee Sports, Tom. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, you definitely cheated, but that's beside the point. We'll be live, Cowboys Giants here, breaking down all the picks as they come in. By the way, on our Cowboys stream, highest individual super chat, Cowboys stream only. We'll sign and send the football to you guys like we've been doing in recent events. So that's our Cowboys stream only as we're simulcasting here for the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Those of you just now tuning in, Marshall, let's run through the picks here.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Bryce Young, the number one pick. A lot of people knew that was coming, Tom, but Bryce Young is just the guy that you could trust to be the face of your franchise, a dependent guy. You can depend on him, and a great football player. Easily my number one quarterback in this draft. And I thought C.J. Stroud was getting a lot of hate in the pre-draft process, Tom, but he is the best pure thrower of the football, in my opinion. I know there's a lot more that goes into playing the quarterback position, but I believe he has all the tools to be great. And we always heard that Will Anderson was the guy that the Houston Texans were really high on. They found a way to get both of those guys. Are they the winner so far of round one?
If you don't mind future picks, yeah.
They have plenty of those. And then maybe, I don't know if you want to call it a reach or a little bit of a shocker, but we all knew at some point Anthony Richardson was going to be picked in the top 10. He goes number 4 to the Indianapolis Colts. And you see the Seattle Seahawks come and add another young quarter, Tom, to an already defensive backfield that is loaded with young talent.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick there. Cardinals trade up, trade back down, get Paris Johnson Jr. Tyree Wilson, a surprise?
A little
to the
bit.
Raiders?
I thought they were going to go Christian Gonzalez at this pick, but
same.
He's on a free fall. He's on a free fall right
Probably
now.
something up off the field, medical, whatever that's causing it.
Yeah, then you see Bijan Robinson. He's heading down to Atlanta, going to play with the Atlanta Falcons. I think we both have some strong feelings about running backs being picked in the top 10.
Well, how about top 15?
Yeah, but he's a dang good football player, and I think if you're Atlanta, you're just looking for good football players on the offensive side of the football. And then you see a guy that was talked about as the best player in this class and was going to be the number one pick just a couple of weeks and months ago, Jalen Carter. He's heading to Philly. They just won all the Georgia Bulldogs on their defense.
They do.
Oh, man. Then Darnell Wright, after the Bears traded down from pick 9 to 10, they selected the offensive tackle, Darnell Wright, out of Tennessee. Then another offensive lineman, Peter Skoronski, goes to the Tennessee Titans. I thought that was a spot Will Levis might find his name being called, but it did not happen. And then the Detroit Lions said, we already got a lot of fast people from Alabama on our offense. Let's get another one in Jahmyr Gibbs. You got a couple of talented backs there. Do they make a move off of Swift? I thought that was probably the most interesting and intriguing pick so far.
I'll go with shocking.
Yeah, that's a good word to definitely think about. Then you see Lucas Van Ness, the edge rusher out of Iowa. Just a sound football player. He's just a good football player, and he's a plug-and-play guy, going to play right away for the Green Bay Packers. Then Broderick Jones, Tom, an offensive tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought they had to get better up front, and that's definitely a step to do that. Then Will McDonald, another edge rusher, this one out of Iowa State. I think he's a good football player. Jets have a lot of young talent on this team. They are going to be really good, I think, this year, unless Rodgers just continues to be a total flake. Then Emmanuel Forbes, number 16, to the Washington Commanders, Tom. I'm a big fan of Forbes, but 165. They say he's 175. I don't believe it.
He played in the 160s at Mississippi State. Player comp, liposuctioned Aqib Talib. Great ball skills, ball hawk. 6 career pick sixes, 14 in 3 years at Mississippi State. I love that. He did do some man coverage stuff. He'll play a lot of zone for the Commanders there. Really good feel for the game, reads it well. He's just skinny.
Yeah.
If he was 180, he'd be going in the Devin Witherspoon range. They'd be very similar ball players at that point there. He's just an undersized player, second youngest of 10 kids. That's why he's tough.
Yeah.
That's why he's tough. That's why he's tough. So a little early for me, but I thought for sure he was going in round 1.
And I like how he's a playmaker when he gets the ball in his hands. He's looking to put 6 on the board, and when you can have defensive playmakers like that, obviously so many interceptions for him at Mississippi State in his career. I like the player. I think 16 might have been a bit too early, in my opinion.
Agreed. All right.
All righty. Pick 17 by the New England Patriots. Did they just get the best corner in this draft?
Yes, and Jackson Shambles behind our Patriots fan is a mess.
Jack.
Dude, this is an awesome pick.
He is great.
This is a great selection.
Okay. I don't think mess is the right way. I'm just kind of sitting here, okay? I'm not a mess. I'm just kind of sitting here, okay?
Acting like a mess.
I am composing myself, Tom. I'm not a mess. I'm composing myself. Come back to me in 10 minutes.
All right. How about I sell Jack on the pick then here? All right. 6'1", almost 6'1.5", 197, 32-inch arms. The Patriots have a bunch of small corners. Here's a big, lanky one on the outside. Colorado to Oregon transfer. He's in a football family. His sister, by the way, is married to David Blau. Just keep that in mind. He's only 20 years old. Doesn't turn 21 until just before the season. Elite athlete. 4'3", 840, 41.5-inch vert. He's an impressive athlete. There's an elite size-speed combination here. He's long, he's tall, he can move, oily hips, super fluid, special teams background as well. I think he's a little bit more raw than some said, but he was a top 10 player for me in this year's class. I love this pick by the New England Patriots. Trade down, get a guy that I did not think would be there. I love this move by the New England Patriots here in round 1, pick number 17 overall. Fantastic selection by the Patriots.
When you can get the number 7 player in this draft at the 17th spot, a guy that I thought was a 1A, 1B corner in this draft, at pick 17, you know I almost said Tom Downey. Bill Belichick loves those defensive playmakers. Gonzalez is going to slide in and be a difference maker right away for the New England Patriots.
Love the pick. Maybe Jack feels better now.
Jack, who did you want?
Bro, I'm fine. I'm fine.
He can say he was fine.
I'm fine.
You look like your dog ran away for about 30 seconds.
Look, I wanted a wide receiver. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I'm very happy with Christian Gonzalez. He is, in my opinion, maybe Witherspoon, but probably the best corner in the draft. For him to slide all the way down to where are we, 17? Yeah. I'm happy with that.
I thought they were going to do a surprise pick. They didn't. They just made the smart pick.
Oh,
so
man.
I like that.
Lordy. Tom, I don't want to hand you your second L of the week because we already beat you.
First off, no, you didn't. I said, let's make this the rule, and then you're like, I'm not going to respond until we did it. That was total BS.
So Tom already tried to get off to a cheating start, which I respect because he said he had a super chat item and then didn't let me.
Well, it's not my fault you didn't bring it in.
I was flustered. Whoever sends in the largest super chat today on our Giants Now stream, you're going to get a Man Cave Fan Cave sign. It hangs on the back. You nail it up. I'm going to sign it. We'll have Seeps and Nick Rowley sign it as well, the producer on Giants Now. Whoever sends the biggest individual super chat over on Giants Now, we got a Giants Fan Cave sign coming your way.
We'll send you the signed football for the Cowboys report.
Let's do it.
So there you go. So
all the super chats on Giants, we'll get to those. We're juggling a lot of things.
Same with Cowboys.
Be patient with us. Be patient.
Highest individual is what wins there.
Yes, sir.
All right, the Super Chat specials. Marshall, your first time through, so I'll walk you through it here since you're just now tuning in
I have been very intrigued about this Bean
You're
Boozle.
up for Bean Boozle. 500 likes on any of the streams? Any of the streams, 500.
Hit
Giants,
that thumbs up, Giants
how about this?
fans.
We rotate on Maine.
I got it.
Giants, 500, I do. Cowboys, 500, you do.
Hit that thumbs up
So
icon.
like that
Let's
video. We'll just keep track on our own numbers there. $10 entry, you are entered into our raffle for an NFL draft hat of your choosing. Whatever team you're a fan of.
That's juice.
Boom. We'll give it to you. So there you go. We'll announce that at the end of the night. $20, talk about your team. Highest Super Chat or Venmo on each of the streams wins an award. Maine, getting a jersey. I don't think it was going to beat Brandon LaValle's 500. Cowboys, you get the signed football from us here at Chat Sports. We'll send that to you. Blood Slingers in the lead now at 20. Giants, it's the Fan Cave Man cave sign
I
right
cut
there.
myself, to be honest,
see
because
it.
it's real wood. It's wood
Wow.
grain. This is legit. Biggest super chat on Giants is going to be the winner of this. We'll get a little Johnny Hancock on there as well, so maybe actually worth something one day.
We are way behind on supers. Marshall, let's go rapid fire. You take it away.
These are all from Maine. Let's go. Nathan Richardson says, like how this draft is going for the Vikings with Levis still available. Do you think they should trade up and nab him? Look, if you think he's the guy, go get him. If that's your quarterback, you declare he's the guy, move up and go get him. Then Trevin comes in with a $5 super chat. Says, with the Lions picking up Jahmyr Gibbs, do you think they're looking to trade Swift? I don't know if they're trying to trade him, but they may not be looking to sign him to a second contract, which is definitely coming down the pipeline for the Detroit Lions. Look, you got a great football player in Gibbs. You can figure out all that stuff a little bit later.
Sam just died behind the scenes.
Caden Pruitt with the $5 super chat. Christian Gonzalez, Michael Mayer, Brian Branch, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Dalton Kincaid, Nolan Smith, Deontay Banks, Jordan Addison. Cowboys are going to get one of them, Tom.
I think this works for the Giants, too. We're both going to be clamoring for Brian Branch, aren't we?
Branch, Banks, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers. I may cry at tear happiness. Thomas sends in a $1 super chat. Thomas, we appreciate you supporting the stream. It goes a long way. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Then Jacob McGowan comes in with a $10 super chat. Says, thoughts on Texans going all in to take 2 top 5 big board players?
I liked it.
I don't have a problem with it, Tom.
It's aggressive.
That team needed a talent infusion. They got that today at the top of the board. They gave up some picks, but look, you got some talented players. H-Town, you didn't have many of those going into this. Then Santa Perez with a $10 super chat. Tom, with the board falling how it is, who do you hope goes to the Cowboys first round? Go Cowboys.
I got the pick. We'll get to that in a second. Very shook by that one.
No way.
Let's just do it. Let's do it.
Oh, my God.
Marshall, do you want to announce it or do you want me to announce it?
With the 18th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft.
200 on Cowboys.
Oh, no way.
Yes. Geraldo.
The Lions
There's too much going on
are
here.
selecting Tom linebacker Jack Campbell. Wow. Wow, Tom.
I just made a new meme face, by the way. Someone clip it for me.
Hold on, are the Lions at like biggest F ever territory?
This is weird. Well, I do like Jack Campbell, the player. It's funny. My comp is Leighton Vander Esch. One pick before Vander Esch went years ago. Number 3 linebacker, not by a significant amount behind there. Awesome athlete, but he doesn't play as fast as he tested. Yeah. He kind of gets when the ball's behind him, it's not as good.
He's a downhill player.
Look, he's a Buckus Award winner, top linebacker, and won the Academic Heisman Trophy. Just feels like a Dan Campbell pick there. So like
This is a Dan Campbell pick.
This is Dan Campbell draft, man.
This might be his son,
linebacker.
Jack Campbell.
They're no relation, but that is funny. Good tackler. High completion percentage, didn't allow many after catch there. Tested really well. 4.65 40 was the worst. That's really impressive, but I don't love him in coverage. Maybe the athletic ability will grow in that area, but this is a surprise. This is a significant surprise pick by the Detroit Lions at number 18 overall.
I think both of their picks have been the biggest 2 surprise picks
I totally agree.
of the first round. I like Campbell. Good
too.
football player. I would have liked him in round 2. I would have liked him in round 3. He's a downhill linebacker. He likes to read and react.
Throwback Mike.
And yes, going north and south. When he's got a backpedal, he gets into a little bit of trouble. You nailed it, hit nail on the head. Great run defender. Not the best pass coverage linebacker, I would say.
I told you it was going to be a weird freaking draft. Here we go.
I
told you right around here it was going to be weird.
We just get a $10 super chat from Tom Downey on Giants Now, which
That
probably
sucks.
means he's not actually a Cowboy fan. We'll catch up here with Supers on Main. John G with a $2 super chat. John, appreciate you, my man. Thank you for supporting Chat Sports. We appreciate it. Real Fishing and Hunting sends in a $2 super chat. Says, do you think Nolan Smith makes it to the Chiefs? Tom, I'll let you take this one.
No,
I don't think so.
And we'll go quick because we are way behind.
Dwayne Jackson says, since the Commanders declined Chase Young's 5th-year option, do you think he would be a good pick last year depending on the money he is looking for?
I don't know if he's going to get traded. I think that's what we're asking. I don't know about that.
I don't think he gets traded, to be honest with you. Cool Sharky says, what's up with JPJ? Thought Steelers would grab him. I hope something comes up where he just falls to pick number 25 and he can wear a blue helmet with a red stripe and be a New York football giant.
He's a Cowboy.
No, stop it. You do not do that to me. I like Joey Porter Jr. I thought he would have been gone by now, but it's just not what has happened.
All right, Cowboys Super Chats. Chris B., thank you very much. Board's fallen. I totally agree there. Andres Ibarvo, happy draft day. Thank you, my friend. He also says Cowboys got to boost the D-line. Thoughts? Just go BPA here. Board is falling decently. Blood Slinger, $20. Joey Porter Jr. We make it to the boys. I hope so. That has been my CeeDee Lamb in 2023. Got a chance at it. I think the next 5 picks could cause issues there. Clinton Bach, Cowboys board's falling great. Nolan Smith, look, again, we're all in agreement there. Board is falling fantastically. Douglas Shepard, hope Joey Porter falls too, but I doubt he will. Put down for BPA, I agree. $20, JT, which did take the lead. More on that in a moment. Cowboys could choose any BPA at this point, just not Taco Charlton. The one bad pick in the last 10 years, and everyone just can't get over it. I get it. OG Rungtag, $10. Dan Quinn being the guy. I think he's the favorite for the Cowboys pick. We'll see how the board falls. And then $200. Geraldo Neri. He is the leader for the football. We'll sign it, ship it out to you, Geraldo. If you stand, it's the highest individual super chat tonight. Who are we getting, Tom? Shout out to my brother, Sergeant Aguilar. Thank you for your service, my friend. Brian Branch, Michael Mayer, Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith. One of those 4 guys might be there. Dalton Kincaid. I'd be a very happy camper if that's how it falls there. And a 50 for a shot. Yeah, you can slap me, Sam. That's fine. Sam's over there like, can I do it? Can I do it? It's fine. $100 and above, we'll do it. 50, I'll do a shot here. So we go BPA. We'll go quick, and then Marshall will take over some super chat too.
Size compared to his face.
Yeah, there you go. You missed. You missed. You hit the light. I think I should slap Sam now. I think I should slap Sam.
20.
He missed.
20.
L in the comment section.
I deserve it.
All right. No, you first.
No, you first.
Oh, I punched you. Oh, we punched each other.
Oh, my gosh. That was brutal. That was brutal. We'll get to the number 19 pick in a second. Corinne with a $10 super chat. Corinne, we love you. Thank you so much. Trade up. Go get your guy, Joe and Dave's. How much longer do you wait to go get Jaxon Smith-Njigba? How much longer? But look, with the receivers still on the boards and Deontay Banks there and Joey Porter Jr., you may not have to move up. Nick's Galaxy says Big Blue. Salute, Brody. Gilly, is Jaxon Smith-Njigba going to drop to us? I'm hoping he is. Aunt Ben Rod with 99 with a $5 super chat. Giants going to draft Deontay Banks or Addison. I agree. I'm cool with that. Then Corinne back again. We're always keeping Melissa's family in our thoughts and prayers. Prayers up. Braden Barnes with a $10 super chat. Braden, we appreciate you. Says, do you think we take the center from Minnesota? Not in round 1. You're not taking him at pick number 25 with this much talent still on the board. Dr. Pancake says, grow a pair and trade up for JSN. I'm not going to tell another man to grow a pair that's done a great job like him. Then Tom Downey with a $10 super chat over on New York Giants now. Says, thanks, Marsh, for being our best and brightest host at Chat Sports. I have decided to give you a 2-time raise and a promotion to Yankees now if you want. But we just got breaking news on New York Giants now. A $250 super chat from my man Dax. Everyone type Dax in the comments section. Dax is in the lead to win our man cave sign. Dax, I'm giving you a virtual shake right now. Salute. You've been a real one for so long. Dax, thank you so much. Everyone here at Chat Sports is very, very thankful. I'm going to do a beer shot fun coming up in a second for my man
shot
Dax.
For the 200.
Shout out to you.
Announce the pick, Marshy. What do you got for me?
With the 19th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking the very athletic defensive tackle, Kalijah Kancey, out of Pittsburgh. Tom, I was kind of hoping he fell to 25.
It's really interesting.
He's a good player. I know we love to obsess over 281 pounds, but when you watch the tape, my eyes don't lie, Tom. He is special.
I'm actually less worried about the weight, as I think Sam cut my lip, by the way, as I am the wingspan. He is the first defensive tackle drafted in the past 10 years with a sub 74-inch wingspan. The first and only in that time frame. So again, it's a class of outliers. That's just how it is. Kancey to the Bucs in a 3-4 base. I think he's a DPR 3-tech, designated pass rusher. I don't think he's going to be a full-time run stopper. People want to say Aaron Donald because he's Pitt and undersized. I think Ed Oliver is the real comp here. Shorter arm lengths right there. I think the wingspan matters. We're talking about a 2-inch difference between Aaron Donald and Kalijah Kancey in the length.
Yeah.
2 inches by itself, not a big deal. Adding or subtracting 2 inches, ask your girl, that's a big difference. So 4'6", 740 at 281 is nuts, though. He's quick. He wins most leverage games. Low man wins after all. There's no anchor. He's going to get smoked by double teams, and I think he's going to be a situational player. I'm a bit surprised he went to the Bucs. So I thought he'd go round 1. Wasn't ready for the Bucs to be the pick here at number 19.
He may not be an every down player, Tom, but man, his get-off speed is electric. I feel like he's very violent at the point of attack with his hands. Even though they're short arms, got little T-Rex arms, he's shown the ability. I know it's college. It'll be different in the National Football League, but I just see a damn good football player in Kalijah Kancey. He knows how to win in the interior, and when you're playing a quarterback that's scared to step up in the pocket, that can be a difference maker for your defense.
Look, Kancey's got great upside. Can he overcome the length?
Yeah.
He's defensive line Bryce Young.
Do you have any tips on dealing with that problem?
The length issues? No, I'm good. that ain't.
I love Tom Downey. I love Tom Downey. Oh, Tom.
I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know if you picked that one up right away, but if you did.
It took me a second. I'm not going to lie. It took me a second.
We are in a Super Chat battle as we are streaming as well on our Cowboys Report channel, our New York Giants Now channel. Giants fans, we got cheated out of a win on Monday. We're going to mute Tom's mic so he can't say otherwise. Let's beat him today.
Cheated for the
fair and square. Let's beat him. Dax, my man Dax, the definition of a real one, is in the lead right now for our Giants fan cave sign with a $250 super chat. The biggest super chat today. I'm going to sign this bad boy and send it to you so you can hang it up in your man cave.
All right, shot fun time.
Oh, is it in? I'm in. Let's go. How about this? If you're loving the content we're doing here on Chat Sports, can we get a me in the comments section?
Yeah, type me.
Can we get a me in the comments section? Tom and everybody will give you guys some shout-outs as I knock down this shot fun. Dax, this is for you, homie. Appreciate it.
It'll take him just a few seconds on that front there. Type those me's in the comment section. Captain NG, Gump Wolf, None Your Business, West of the Silence. If you're on Cowboys Report, type in F Marshy as well, because that's fun. F Marshy's on Cowboys. I assume F Tom's on Giants.
I love the rivalry.
Yeah. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I love it. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best.
Marshall, I know for the Giants, all your receivers are on the board still.
I'm scared.
You're scared?
Seems unreal.
Well,
Has the board fallen perfect for both of our teams?
I don't know about perfect, but it's fallen well. And it will break our heart when they take the guy that we don't want.
We are both Brian Branch lovers.
Yes.
Because he's a good football player.
He's awesome at football.
I don't care what anyone says.
I want him in Dallas.
If
Joey Porter Jr.'s there. Michael Mayer is there. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, which in my mock I had him at 20 because I didn't know where the hell to put him, and now I feel smart for it. Both tight ends are there if you're the Cowboys. Deontay Banks is there. But this next range, Chargers, Ravens, Vikings, Jags, there's a lot of similar needs to the next 7 picks or so. So we're going to have some fun.
If you're the Giants, if you can get Branch, Porter, Banks, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Jordan Addison, or Zay Flowers. I'm bad at math, but I think I just named 7 players I would like, and we're 5 picks away. The Giants have a chance here, Tom, to get a guy that I think is at the top of their board.
And the exact same thing for Dallas.
Yeah.
This is why patience matters. We said it would be weird. I know we're not out of the weirdness yet, though.
I just want to ask you a quick question, because both teams could take a receiver here. I know you have Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison behind Quentin Johnston.
They're about the same grade. So
okay, about the same grade.
A small guy, I'm not going to be mad at it.
Okay.
They're in my board. They're like 30. I got them right here. They're 30, 31, 32.
Okay. And how much difference do you see in Joey Porter Jr. and Deontay Banks?
I have a first-round grade on JPJ and early second on Deontay Banks. So not a lot, but I would prefer Joey Porter Jr.
How many first-round grades do you have left, if you know off the top of your head?
4. Brian Branch, JPJ, Michael Mayer, Nolan Smith. And then I got my coward grades, Osiris Torrance, Miles Murphy, and Darnell Washington.
I know
7 guys.
The Giants have their corners and receivers on the board. Man, I would not be mad if they took Nolan Smith either at 25. You win with pass rushers in this league,
wonder if he's about to be a Jag or a Seahawk.
I could.
That makes sense, don't it?
Jaxon Smith-Njigba is in the cards at 25. How much does it cost to move up from 25 to 21, 22?
About a third.
About a third.
About a third.
If you have Joe Shane, the Giants have Jaxon Smith-Njigba as your number 1 receiver, but obviously Flowers, Addison, and Johnston are there. Do you think that's worth it, or do you just sit back and take the one that you like, maybe second or third best?
If they're similar, you stand pat. But if there's one guy that's just above, you go get them.
And that's how look, I'm not Joe Shane. I think Jaxon Smith-Njigba is clearly the best receiver in this class. I know we want to say he's a slot receiver,
He's my first receiver.
but I think he could play all over the field.
I would say slot best.
Yes,
less
slot
than
best.
Slot only.
But I don't want to just box him into a slot receiver. I think if you put him on the wide side, opposite side of the tight end, he can get open one-on-one.
Yep.
The short area quickness, Tom. The
Late.
route running, the separation.
Which, oh my God,
Sneaky after the catch.
I like him for Seattle. Plug him in
Yes.
with Tyler Lockett and Geno Smith.
And he's your,
and
he's
DK
your
Metcalf?
slot. That's scary. If you
That was my
That's
mock
the
pick
pick.
because I didn't know where else to put
that's
him.
the pick.
But Seattle does weird stuff. We know that. Now I love Devin Witherspoon, but Seattle also loves to trade down.
I think that was fair to call that weird as well.
Mm.
Because they have 2 young corners they took last year. Oh, man. We do have some super chats coming on Giants. We'll get to those in a second. Give us some time. We're live on 3 channels right now. We are just having a whole bunch of fun.
F. Marshy in the comments section.
F Tom in the comment section on Giants. This is great. This is great. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel, main channel, Chat Sports, Cowboys Report, and Giants Now. I can promise you this, there's no one in the business that works harder than Tom Downey, and no one puts out more content than Tom does on our main channel and our Cowboys channel. So if you love those teams, subscribe. If you bleed blue and you love the Giants, hit that sub button. I think we do a pretty good job over there as well. Less than 900 away from 333,000. That's a huge number.
Do you know who the pick is?
I have not looked down.
Don't look.
Am I
At
going to
number
be in
20,
shambles?
Seattle Seahawks take Jaxon Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State. Another one I got right on my mock draft, which is the worst one I've ever done, which I expected there.
This was a weird mock draft to do.
I had no confidence in it. I'm getting some late round 1 picks. Like this is like the most non-top 15 picks I've got already. But
Tom,
JSN's your boy.
you put
I love
him
it.
with the 2 receivers they have.
This is so much
Geno
fun.
Smith is happy right now.
Geno Smith is pitching a tent right now. This is absolutely incredible. Jaxon Smith-Njigba is my number 1 receiver. I have an early 2nd round grade on him. Overall, he is number 20. So this is exactly where I had him labeled. Just under 6'1", 196, 83% of his snaps came in the slot. So I don't want to use the phrase slot only for JSN because I think he can do some outside stuff for you. But I think slot best fits his game, where he does not have great long speed. 4.5, 240 at Ohio State's 39-yard downhill, downwind, 40-yard dash, so it's a bit juiced. It's probably more like in the mid-4.5s in the end. 1.65 10-yard split was not very good. Again, he lacks that immediate burst to win more on the outside. This is the best route runner by a significant margin in this class. Great body control. Quarterback-friendly player, he gets open. That is exactly what you want. He can beat the press with his route running. The hesitations, the disguises, he's super freaking quick. I mean, the athletic testing from the agility was incredible. Amon-Ra St. Brown on the high end. Tyler Boyd kind of in like the middle lower end, but like Tyler Boyd's a borderline 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
That's a good football player. There's a lot to like. His brother's a Pirates outfielder, by the way.
Good genes.
Seattle gets 2 of my favorite guys. My number 1 corner, my number 1 receiver. That's
Tom,
a lot of fun.
I have a question for you. Because
Okay.
you've been covering the draft for a while. Is there a spot in 3 years we look back and say, Jaxon Smith-Njigba was the steal of the draft, kind of like we've said about Justin Jefferson? I know he's not the straight vertical speed.
He's not.
4.4 and 4.5, but Tom, the 10-yard splits. 1.54 for Jefferson. What'd you say, 1.56?
165.
So a
it's
little
not-
different there.
That's why he's not Jefferson.
But
for me.
he was picked late in the first round-ish.
Yeah, I think maybe he doesn't become like a superstar receiver. There's no real number 1.
Yeah.
But high-end 2, take him at 20, that's not a bad thing.
I'm a big
not a
fan
bad
of
thing.
Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Texas high school football legend.
In the past, I have bodied the Seattle Seahawks for their drafts. 2 years in a row. I love what they're doing.
They're doing good.
Good for you, John Schneider.
Biggest winners, don't say Texans. Don't you dare say Texans.
Seahawks. I love what they've done. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan here. So I know there are supers we'll get caught up on here too, but we are likes-wise updating the numbers here. We're halfway to making Marshall do a Bean Boozled on Cowboys. Like the video. Oh, we got 969 viewers too.
We're up to
Screenshotted,
300
let's
plus
go.
viewers on Giants. 110 likes. Hit that thumbs up
Less
icon.
than 100 away on the mainstream as well.
So, Tom, you got pick 21, pick 22, 23, 24. Banks, Flowers, Addison, Joey Porter. If those are the next 4 picks, I will be in shambles.
I think I had projected Michael Mayer to the Chargers. Now, I think Zay Flowers is in play too. I would bet a decent amount of money that I've made so far on my draft bets that it's one of those two guys here.
Michael Mayer
that's
would
my
be a
guess.
great Charger, and I'm only saying
I
that.
want
I
want it to be Flowers because I want Michael Mayer to be a Cowboy. So, which I'd be fine with either pick. It just depends on what the Chargers want because they do need some speed, and Zay Flowers has some speed.
Just take Hyatt in round 2.
That's fine there. Nolan Smith is still on the board too, which I find interesting.
He may be the BPA at 25, maybe even 26.
I am surprised he's there. I thought he was going to go top 10. Honestly.
I thought he won the draft in the pre-draft combine. Clearly not that big of an import. I don't want to use that word, but people aren't, I think, overreacting to it this time around.
I think so too. All right, get caught up on Super Chats here. Cool Sharky, $2. Thank you. Steelers were not going to take JPJ. They were not that high on. Tatiana Perez, my first Super Chat wasn't answered. I will look here, and we'll get caught up. Oh, it's $10. Love how the board is falling. Who do the Cowboys go round 1? Branch, Mayer, JPJ. I'm going to be a happy camper. We're close. We're close. Sorry for that one.
We got a lot of the same guys.
Yeah, we do. Sports Card Stallion, $2. DB's pick before every Lions pick so far. It's true. I guess they didn't like Gonzalez. I do think they wanted Devin Witherspoon, by the way. Charles Pamels, $5. What's good, Marshy? I see orange and it's
orange and blue. I don't know why it's crossed off. Where did he super chat this?
It's got to be orange and blue skies, right?
Orange and blue skies. Was this on our main channel?
It is orange and blue skies. It's the orange and blue emoji coming through there. That's
Love
the issue.
that. CPJ, you are a legend, my man. Thank you for everything you do on New York Knicks now. One of the biggest super chatters we have over there. Salute, Brody. Salute. Thank you. Let's go, Knicks. Knicks in 5 over the Miami cheat. Let's ride. Let's ride. Tom, do you have a guess here for 21? As I'll go through these super chats, let you mull over that.
I think it is Michael Mayer or Zay Flowers.
I would love that if it's not the second guy. Not the second guy. We'll quickly run it through a couple of super chats left on Giants. Oh, Foley with a $10 super chat says, JSN, let's go. I don't want to break your heart, but he just went to the Seattle Seahawks, so he will not be a New York football Giant. But look, Jordan Addison's still available. Zay Flowers is still available. Deontay Banks is still available. I think the Giants are sitting pretty right now. You just take the best player at 25 and you run. Tom, you got the super chats over on Cowboys
Jason Rose, $10. Can't lose the Giants now. Go Cowboys. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that one, my friend. Clinton Purcell, $20. If Will Levis falls to round 2, do we dare to take him? Great job there, Sam. No, I think, I don't know where he goes, but I don't think teams are that high on Will Levis. Dwayne Jackson with the Cowboys board finally falling our way. O-line, tight end, safety. If Mayer, Porter, Smith are available, who's the pick? Porter? Not Mayer? I'm happy either way. And, shout out to the small. Santana Perez. We hit Jason, so we're good there. Andres Yabarva, we hit that one too. Marcus Arnold, trade next year's first. I'm not going to trade next year's first. And then $100, ow, from Duncan as Sam slaps me cheatingly. Yo, Tom, you got Marshy here. Love that dude. He's hilarious. Let's go Cowboys, baby. I don't know if you meant Mayor or Baby Maker, but it's funny. Kincaid, Addison, all viable weapons. Brian Branch, my number 1 defensive player. NFL is back, baby. LFG. Also, shout out Bloodslinger for his $5 super chat. I owe a shot for 100.
That was a Cowboys super chat?
Yeah.
Well, he knows ball because he knew I was a pretty cool guy. So, Duncan, shout out to you. Giants fans, we have some room to make up. The Cowboys report is up to $476 in super chats. And Giants now is up to $310. We are in striking distance, Tom. And you may have seen I just got a little bit happy right there.
Did you see the pick?
I am so happy.
Cheers.
I am
just
so
announce it. You're
happy.
Good. Just
Yes.
announce it.
One of the Giants guys is going to be there. One of the Giants guys is going to be there. With the 21st pick, the Los Angeles Chargers are selecting Quentin Johnston, the 6'2" wide receiver from TCU. A lot of mixed reviews. It depends on who you talk to, Tom, when it comes to Quentin Johnston. He's 6'2", almost 6'3", but he plays like he's 6 foot. I'm a little bit worried about the contested catches, the limited route tree shown in college. I think he gets separation on the over routes because he is a dynamic athlete. He's good with the ball in his hands. I just worry about the separation a little bit.
So I think you nailed him. He's a weird prospect. Like people want to say T. Higgins, but he's not the high pointer. The issue with Quentin Johnston is he's almost 6'3". He's 212. He's got long arms, and you would think that guy is a big-bodied possession receivers. And that is not how he plays football. He is an awesome after-the-catch machine. 19 forced missed tackles were absolutely elite in that area. He's not a burner. He ran a 4.52. That's fine for 212. A bad 3-cone there. Had a great game against Michigan. His quarterback killed him against Georgia. People were trying to claim he was going to run a sub 4.4. I'm like, no, he's not. That's not what was on film. 4.52 was much more in line there. Great yards per route run if you want to go with that metric there. Skinny Dez is what he can be. He's really good in flashes. If you can teach him to high point, to just be more physical in the end, it's just not how it goes from that perspective. It just makes it challenging in the end. So I'm a little surprised he's off the board here at 21. I'd heard they'd like Zay Flowers. Clearly think that was some misdirect information there. He is my number 2 receiver, barely. Chargers take the big-bodied guy who I think they could be like, he's our next Mike Williams from that standpoint. So big update there from Quentin Johnston. So
the only thing with Johnston, Dez was one of the best fade catchers and jump ball guys in the National Football League at one point. He's 6'3". He plays like he's 5'11". He had a sub 40% contested catch rate this past year. Am I looking into that too much? Did Dan Duggan throw a bad ball? Sure.
It's an I think in general, Maxon does not throw very catchable football. I think that's a big factor. But like, you're 6'3", 33.5-inch arms. You should win more than 35% of your contested catches.
Yeah.
He's a body catcher. He lets it get into his body. If you can teach him and the photo right there, body catch. He's letting it into his body. Hands catch. Teach him how to hands catch. Be more physical. There's a lot of upside here.
Because you remember the play against Michigan, the deep over route, he catches it, and DJ Turner's trailing him, and he hits the sideline. He can't be caught.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of stuff to like. And Tom, I will not be shocked if we come back in 3 years, and he is the best receiver in this class.
If he hits.
But I would not be surprised if we look back and
boom or bust.
Yes.
Totally agree. Totally agree there, Marshall. So, all right. We'll just talk about the general draft so far. We're
going to get
up
one
here.
of our guys.
We're going to be mad if they don't, though. Because you want Deontay Banks.
I want Banks, Flowers, Branch, or Addison, and that's 4 guys. Giants are 3 away.
These next 3 picks are all prime cornerback picks. Ravens, Vikings, Jags. Also, there is still Will Levis hanging out there.
Does he not go round 1?
I don't think he's that good. Tampa didn't take him.
He's got big biceps.
Minnesota going to take him at 23?
Yes, he is a Viking.
We would be, if the Ravens hadn't paid Lamar today, we were talking about that being the pick here.
Yeah.
But they paid him today, so it's fine.
Oh, my gosh. I'm nervous.
Things
I'm
are
getting
dicey.
nervous. Oh, my God. Joey Porter Jr. Oh, my God. There's a lot of people left.
It's going to be dicey.
Oh, my gosh. So we got who? The Ravens on the clock right now. Tom, what do you think they are looking at?
Joey Porter Jr. and Deontay Banks.
Joey Porter Jr. feels like a Raven.
Taking the sun away from the
Pittsburgh
Steelers guys.
to the Ravens. The Ravens are one of those teams that always get their guys.
I had JPJ to the Ravens, Deontay Banks, these next 2 picks. I also had Will Levis off the board, Michael Mayer off the board, Nolan Smith off the board. So things are getting interesting. I thought it'd be a weird mid to late round 1. That's what we've had so far.
Bird's eye view here. Ravens had a couple of vets last year on the front 7.
Yeah.
Could Nolan Smith be the pick right here?
They've spent some recent draft capital on that spot. I'm thinking David Ajabo, who missed some time. I think that's a potential, get him healthy, see how things go there. Spent a first pick on Adafe Owe. So maybe strength to strength type of deal, but I'm just looking at corner or receiver for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Or the Vikings.
I mean, Calais
So
Campbell's
I think for you and me for the corners, I'm not committed to a receiver in the end.
Nolan Smith would be a great pick now.
I think one of those, I think we're going to have corner receivers here. Would be my guess.
Oh, my goodness. Let's ask this question to everybody watching right now. Who is the best player left in the NFL draft? Tom, I think it's Brian Branch. When you just talk about best football players left, he's the best in my opinion. Brian Branch is a stud.
He's my number 1 player. I've got 4 first-round grades left, same 4 we've been talking about. I've got Branch and Michael Mayer and Joey Porter Jr. And as a Cowboys fan in me or any team drafting, I'd take one of those guys here and be a very happy camper.
Why is Porter slipping? I mean, slipping may not be the word.
I think teams think he's a little stiff.
Stiff in the hips?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's overthinking it. Teams, I value when teams don't throw at you. Teams didn't throw at him. Purdue threw at him. He broke up 6 passes. And then teams are like, okay, we're done. He's fast. He's long. He's a Dan Quinn type of corner. I take him in a heartbeat here.
Oh, my Atlanta. This is why you love the NFL draft.
It is. It's fun.
This is why you love the NFL
It's a lot of
draft. Corinne Terrier Dog Mom says Branch, Banks, Flowers, and Addison. I got a JPJ is stiff from Candyman. Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, Branch. The Giants want their guys. They got their eyes on a corner and a receiver. That's who they're looking at. As I see, Nolan Smith is the best player available. Porter Jr., Will Levis, Deontay Banks. I love Deontay Banks. Man, we're going to get two good football players here.
I'm just going to get caught up just verbally on some super chats, some smaller ones that came in on Cowboys. JT, thank you. Kellen Moore chooses Johnson Petty. I don't think Dallas is going to take him. Anders Barvo, $5. Someone takes hometown players. Thank you. Stone Cold 10X wants Mayer. Michael Campbell wants Ray Porter Jr. Lance Dunbar, cost to get back in the first. Too much. Marcus Arnold, didn't read the full super chat. I'm sorry. Why not trade next year's late round pick for 2 firsts? You're assuming it's in 24-27 range.
Oh my God.
It might not be. It might not be that early. So that's why I'm not trading it. I value my future firsts more than most teams, so I'm passing on it on that front. Marshall, I know you saw the pick.
I did.
Would you like to just go ahead and start talking
Another weapon for Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens. Zay Flowers, the receiver out of Boston College. He was the number 3 receiver on my board. He is a dang good football player. Undersized, no doubt about it. But a guy, Tom, that I think can win at all levels, short, deep, intermediate. He can win out of the slot. He can win outside. I don't think he's crazy like Antonio Brown, but I see a little Antonio Brown in his game. Look, they're trying to keep their quarterback happy over there in Baltimore.
How about Darnell Mooney or Elijah Moore?
I like that too.
Smaller guys who played on the outside.
I like that more. I like that. I just think that he could be a number 1 wide receiver down the road. I do. And I don't know if Mooney or Moore is that type of guy. I get it. 5'9", only 182 pounds. You're probably a little bit scared about that, but I just think that he has something to him. You watch him play, he jumps off the screen to me. I just love what the Ravens are doing finally, it took them how long to finally put weapons around Lamar Jackson. Look, you've got some talented players now at the pass-catching position in Baltimore. Duvernay, OBJ, Flowers.
Rashad
Bateman. Matt, dude. I think they finally understand what you got to do.
Look, his size is that of a slot receiver, 29.25-inch arms. He played mostly on the outside for Boston College, only about a third of the slot time from that perspective. He's the 11th of 14 kids, by the way, Marshall.
No way.
Yes. This is an outlier size class. Zay Flowers is small, and a class full of siblings, which is super weird, which is noteworthy, I suppose, there. Very loyal kid, by the way. He had 6-figure NIL offers to leave Boston College. And he said, no, I'm sticking here. That's why he went to the Shrine Bowl and not the Senior Bowl, because he committed there first. School record in yards, catches, touchdowns, you name it. He said it there. If he were bigger, and I got hand concerns here. He
did have some drops.
He dropped 10% of his passes this year, 10.8 over his career. That is the big red flag for me. There's big plays. There's speed, 4.42 40. He's great after the catch. There's a lot to like. It's just, again, it's the size conversation. It's the hands. All of those things those are the potential red flags you have here. But 22, I'm fine with it.
So you had Addison slightly above him?
By one spot, the same.
Yeah.
So,
2, 3, 4, all kind of interchangeable.
Johnston, Addison, Flowers are the same for me.
Dude, they have some guys, as Joe Shane would call it, when they get the ball in their hands, they can generate some yak.
Yes, they can.
I like what Baltimore's doing. I also like how this draft is falling out for both of our teams, Tom. Banks, Joey Porter, Addison, Mayer, Branch. That's 5 blue chips in my opinion. And fortunately, the Cowboys are going to get one of them.
Giants will too. So there's a lot of good players left on the board there, including for the Vikings on the clock right now.
Can they take Will Levis?
Is Will Levis just walked up and went no. All right.
You got it.
Super chat, or not super chat, but shout out time here. If you comment balls and retweet our pinned tweet on Chat Sports, we will give you guys a shout out. Several more we need to do here from the last time we did this. Easiest, freest way to get a shout out here is by doing this. Let me get caught up here on the newer ones because We gave a bunch of shout-outs earlier today. Jonathan, William, Isaac Young, James is in there. Miracle Tech, Justin Finch, Mark, Mia Bloom, Brandon Kavanaugh. He said Beard, but I'll count it. Philip Ventura, Craig, Alex, Robert Lux, Kenny is in there. Jay, Eddie Flores, Mason, Pizza Boy Plays, Mr. Benjamin, I'm Your Buddy, Caden again, and making sure I didn't miss any in the quote tweet side of things. Remember, comment balls on the pinned tweet. Comment section's great, thank you. But the pinned tweet is what we're aiming for on that one. So go comment balls over there. We're thanking to Manscaped for sponsoring today's show here.
That link's in the live chat. Just click it, give it a retweet, comment balls. If you love chat sports, the easiest way to support is by supporting our sponsors on the channel. That helps us grow, that helps us do things like be able to have 2 people on live right here, to be live on Maine, to be live on Cowboys, to be live on Giants. Support the show, support the sponsors. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, Super Chat time on the Cowboys stream. Isaiah Almananza, $10. Let's go Cowboys. You're the best live. Keep it up. I like Sanders, but that's just me. How about them Cowboys? I got some higher graded guys, and it might be a fun draft for the Cowboys here. Lone Wolf, is Brett still doing the pie? Some touch about 100. We gave the slap. Pie was specific for the NFL. But Lone Wolf, thank you very much for your $10 Super Chat. Smaller ones, we'll just give some shout-outs to Jeremy Chugs' burner, Lance Dunbar's burner, Stone Cold 10X. Thank you, but there's a lot of Super Chats, so the smaller ones, we'll just give you some love and shout it out here from that standpoint. Marshall, Giants.
Shout out to my man Sean. We'll get to Rolly Stinks' Super Chat coming up in a second. Sean, we appreciate the $10 Super Chat, my man.
Yes, my guy.
Says, my man Marsh, what all have I missed? Just got off work. Giants are going to get a primetime player at 25. That's all you need to know. And then the best name and the best profile picture of all time. Johnson, you, Rolly Stinks says, no matter who the Cowboys get, you will get eliminated in the Cowboys fashion. What can go wrong will go wrong. Well, I will say this. What has gone wrong is Giants now is losing in the Super Chat battle to Cowboys, the Cowboys report. Hit the Super Chats. We'd greatly appreciate it. Whoever sends in the biggest Super Chat today, we're going to send you this Man Cave sign. My man Dak sent in a $250 Super Chat. He's in first place right now. Rolly Stinks, I want to introduce you to a legend, Tom Downey.
There you go. There you go. All right, Super Chat specials here. Every 500 likes is a Bean Boozle. We're 120 away from Marshall doing one on Cowboys.
Yep.
And we're 200 away from Maine. It would also be Marshall, by the way, so like it. First time Super, we'll give you a shout out, plus some of the smaller ones under 5. I'll just go quick here because, we're behind. Real G, JPJ or JSN? Well, JPJ. Mark, who do you think the Cowboys will get? Branch Mayor Porter. I like it a lot. Curtis McVay, drafting crazy as it is. Dream pick for them right now. I think it's about Cowboys. Grump Wolf says Cowboys fans are salty. I mean, playoff losses hurt. McVay, or Curtis McVay, good guys there. Marks is Porter, Mayer, Murphy, or left. Who do you want? I'm taking Mayer or Porter and being very happy about it in the end. $10, by the way, gets you a entry into our raffle. That is for Bane. First time Super is a shout out. $20. Talk about your team. Highest Super Chat, Cowboys. Signed football. We got a pretty clear winner on that from Geraldo. The highest on Giants, the Fan Cave, and then the highest on Maine is a custom jersey. I don't think anyone's going to beat Brandon LaValle from that standpoint there. Also, I'll shout out new Cowboys Super. Chris B. said he wished Zay was going to make it there. He was never going to. I thought he was, and I'm not sure they would have taken him anyway. All right.
Do you have a prediction? 23?
I had Deontay Banks as the pick. But okay. I had JPJ gone. So, Levis? It's weird that Levis is
if Will Levis goes to the Vikings, I would be very, very happy.
By the way, Yale to Snell, $50 on Cowboys. F. Marshy, he says. Spam it. F. Marshy.
Giants fans, I need you to have my back. I need you to have my back. I'm getting berated in front of tens of thousands of people right now by Cowboys fans. Look, I don't ask for much. I need you to have my back. I need you to have my back. We won on Monday.
75
we know
likes.
That.
5 likes away on Maine from this, too, for you.
Let's win today. As we did get a
Cheers
couple
to
of
you,
Super
Yell to
Chats
Snell.
on Giants. I'll just verbalize these. Gillies says Flowers is gone. Get one of the top defensive guys. I think Addison could be the pick if he's there. Swade sent in a $5 super chat. Said Vikings are going defense, guessing Porter. They are trash and old on that side of the ball. Addison falls to 25. Prayers up. Yeah, we know they're trash on defense. We saw what the Giants did to them in the playoffs. Then Junior Mata. My man Junior Mata. What up, Brody? A legend. He said, I'm scared, Marshy. Tom, Giants fans, Cowboys fans should not be scared. They are going to get a
should
good
be
player.
excited right now.
Your guys are all still there.
Then we could be in shambles if they don't go the guy that we want. But I'd be excited right now. So, you guys can hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I'll have plenty of NFL draft updates for you guys on there. I've been better about not tweeting during the draft, though.
You have not been typing Tom today.
I have not. I've been avoiding typing Tom, just having fun. That's my mindset.
Oh, my gosh.
Follow me on Twitter. Marshall lost his other receiver. Jordan Addison.
Jordan
to
Addison
the Vikings.
is going to the Vikings. He will not be a New York Football Giant, but I can almost guarantee that Joey Porter or Deontay Banks will be. Tom, I am a huge Jordan Addison fan. I've compared him to a slighter and smaller Stephon Diggs. I've seen the Emmanuel Sanders comps. I like those as well. I think he's in between those two guys. I think he's one of the best separators in this class. And what I like is, Tom, about him, he was used in one way at USC and one way in Pitt, and he was pretty successful at both those spots.
That's a big way. Like, I think some of the concerns you have with the way that we used at each spot was answered by the way he was used at the other spot. So I feel good about that there. Punt return back round 2 was more of a slot underneath guy, or actually out wide underneath guy at USC, slot vertical stuff for Pitt. I like the Emmanuel Sanders comp. I'm just going to keep doing the sibling stuff. He has 9 siblings. These receivers, it's just weird stuff there. He's not going to win contested catches. 22.2% rate. He's just not good in that area. Tiny hands, too. Undersized. Again, it's a class of outliers. 5'11", 173 is not a large person. That is a very undersized person. But Vikings get a receiver to pair with Justin Jefferson. You're not going to ask him to be a wide receiver 1. You're going to ask him to be a wide receiver 2. I think he can be that just like in the Emmanuel Sanders mold.
That's going to help him.
I like that pick a lot.
No pressure on him from up top. Tom, my math could be wrong right here, but I'm pretty sure 4 wide receivers just went in a row.
Yes.
Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, and Jordan Addison. So for all the people out there that maybe you were a Cowboys fan, maybe you were a Giants fan or a Jaguars fan at pick 24, you wanted a wide receiver, you're probably not going to get your guy at this point anymore. As we did get a $50 super chat on Giants. We'll get to that in a second. Dax is back again. He's already the runaway winner with this one.
Trade! Giants trading up!
Giants are trading up! Giants trade to 24, Tom. Who do you think it is?
Got to be one of the corners.
Is it
they're worried about someone jumping them.
So this tells me, Tom, they had a higher grade on one of either Banks or of Joey Porter Jr.
How about you take Banks and I get Joey Porter Jr.?
Deontay Banks is a Giant. That is my guess. I will not look. I don't want to be spoiled.
I will
not
not look.
Looking.
I will announce it for you so you get the real reaction.
I believe Deontay Banks is going to be the pick. All the research I've done, all the things I've... Oh, we do have the word. The Giants just traded pick 25 and 160 for 24. What? That is...
It's a fifth.
It seems like a lot to move up one spot.
Let me pull up the board here.
Giants fans, you're on the clock. Let me know in the chat who you want him to take. Is it Brian Branch? Is it Joey Porter Jr.? Is it Deontay Banks? I believe it is going to be Deontay Banks. I think he fits what the Giants want at the cornerback.
Slight overpay, but not by much. Trying like a difference in like a late fifth or late sixth.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think it might have been and 240.
Oh, so I think the Jags had other offers and were bidding things up.
Giants clearly feel one way about the corner available and not the other way. Oh, my goodness.
Don't look. Enjoy the moment.
Giants fans, who do you want?
On the clock. Who do you want?
Your opinion. Who do you think fits the Martindale defense better?
Brian Branch.
That's
my guy. I love Brian Branch. He's my dude.
I am tired of seeing Darnay Holmes get cooked in the slot by CeeDee Lamb. They're taking an outside corner right here. It's Banks. Banks or Porter?
I love it.
Banks or Porter?
I think I'm going to say Banks because I want Porter on the Cowboys.
I think Banks is going to be the pick. Look, guys, whenever the pick is announced, we are going to announce it. So make sure you guys are on the clock. I can't believe the Giants traded a 5th and a 7th round pick to move up one spot. That tells me they love one of these guys compared to the other. Tells me they didn't even want the other guy that was going to be available at pick number 25. Is there a way they moved up for Nolan Smith? No way?
I think if the weird thing would be like tight end, since that had been mocked a little,
If
which
they
I think
take
makes
Michael
no
Mayer,
sense.
I would be in shambles.
I think that makes no sense.
Why would you do that?
You just traded for Darren Waller. You have Daniel Bellinger. I don't think that would make any sense. So
Bring
hit
me
that
Deontay Banks. Honestly, I'm fine with Banks or Joey Porter Jr. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 28,000 subs. Hit that sub button, as we like to say, sub for Giants dubs, Tom. It's not the fact that you gave up a 5th and a 7th. You gave up just 2 more picks that I felt like could have been used in a spot in round 2 or round 3 to move up to get your guy.
Clearly, there's someone that they love here.
And someone that they don't like.
That they didn't want to have somebody else snipe. This is not bidding to move up one spot. It's bidding against somebody else. Sure. Maybe you're worried about Dallas jumping up. The Bills, the Bengals jumping up. Bengals are desperate for a corner.
But I did see from ESPN, Jordan Nunn, I'm going to give him some credit. He said the Giants, he's heard in their building mixed signals on Joey Porter Jr.
I think that's been more common than what I thought it was going to be.
I believe it's going to be Deontay Banks, the corner out of Maryland. One of the best leapers, one of the best athletes, I think, at the corner spot.
Great athlete.
Very physical corner on the outside. Had the 27th most press coverage corner snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. That's who I believe the pick is going to be for the New York Giants. I like Brian Branch a lot. I think he's going to be a nickel in the National Football League more so than your prototypical free safety. He would be your Julian Love replacement if he is the guy.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm going to have you turn around and look at the screen.
It in?
Once it's in. It's in, but just stand by. I'm going to have you look at the graphics once it comes in officially here. So,
I don't ask for much, and I'm talking to the man upstairs.
Yeah, let's go full screen, Marshall. This is fun.
Ask for much. No Michael Mayer.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
No
Marshall, pick is in.
The New York Giants select Deontay Banks, the corner out of Maryland. Tom, I am in love with this prospect. I am in love with this pick. I'm not in love with giving up 2 extra picks later on in the draft. But look, if you are Joe Schoen and you have decided that Banks is a difference maker, and when 24 was on the clock, you had to trade up so someone else could not go get him, you have to make that move. I love the size, Tom. 6 foot plus, 200 pounds, very physical, but also a sensational athlete. Is it a little bit worrisome that he was a little bit grabby and had 8 flags in 2022? Sure, but I believe the Giants with their elite defensive coaching staff can coach that out of him. I also love that he is a strong tackler with fascinating size and great athletic testings. He was one of the best vertical jumpers and broad jumpers in the NFL draft. I think he mirrors really well. I think he could play man. I think he can play zone. He has the 27th most press coverage snaps this year in college football. Tom, Wink Martindale just got his guy in this draft.
And this is a great pick for the Giants. I do have Joey Porter Jr. higher. Clearly, they disagree, but he's 21st overall on my board, so
got him at 25.
Early second.
24 now.
It's the right value. Look, he's a great tackler, fantastic athlete. You mentioned it, great jumps, 4.35 40, good length. Heard maybe he didn't impress the most on the whiteboard of the combine, but you bring him in for a visit, you trust that, you're fine there. Little grabby, 8 flags this year, but he's great athletic ability, the fit in Don Martindale's scheme. It just makes sense for the Giants. I'm on board.
What was it, a shoulder injury, not this year, this past year, that caused him to not play that much?
Yeah, shoulder in 2021, did need surgery.
Am I a little bit worried that he was I don't want to say a one-year wonder, but a one-year elite production guy?
Yeah.
Sure, a little bit, but man, I think I had him as the 3rd best corner, 4th best corner. I'm splitting hairs between him and Joey Porter Jr. But Deontay Banks, you are a New York Football Giant. Grade the pick down in the comment section, Giants fans. You just got your number 1 corner because Adoree Jackson, who was your number 1 corner last year, has an injury history, Tom, and he's going to be a UFA after this season. The Giants said they are not going to extend him before the year. So this isn't just a player for this year. This is a player long-term. The Giants, they need a corner. There's a lot of talented pass catchers in this division, Tom. The Cowboys have some in CeeDee Lamb. The Eagles have some. The Washington Commanders have a couple. Giants have been beat bad a couple times in the secondary when Adoree Jackson missed time last year. You were relying on guys like Fabian Moreau to cover. Not no more. You got Deontay freaking Banks. I'm pretty happy. I would give this pick an A, honestly. And I don't want to bias Giants guy. I give it an A. The trade, I don't love, but clearly the Giants thought he was going 24 no matter what, whether he was a Giant or somewhere else.
Yeah, worried about someone else jumping up there. By the way, Jags moved down again. The Bills jumping up the board, pick 25.
They're going to take Joey Porter Jr. here.
I'll be upset. I don't know. I mean, you're jumping Dallas, but you're also jumping other teams here. You're jumping the Bengals, who have been linked to corners heavily. I think they would like Joey Porter Jr. too. So, you're jumping Jacksonville technically too. You're jumping the Saints, or you're actually just behind the Saints. Yeah. You're already there. So you're only jumping Dallas actually. So again, teams thinking Dallas might take somebody, come to the board here. Brian Branch?
No, you guys, he wouldn't fit in Dallas.
Oh no, no. The Bills.
Oh, okay, yeah. Brian Branch, in my opinion, is one of the best players in this class. I just won't want him to be a Dallas Cowboy.
So, by the way, 2 spots. The Jags got a 4th in this one.
They're collecting some picks right now.
They are. They absolutely are.
Dax, we showed your $50 super chat. We talked about it earlier. We appreciate it. He said, "What's going on, Downey?" It's the Cowboys Super Bowl hopes again.
What's going, Downey, is the Cowboys rule. It's clever. I respect it. I respect it.
You follow him on Twitter? Giants fans, I know we wanted a receiver. You got to be happy about what you got with this pick. This guy's going to be a plug-and-play player. He's going to be a starter day one, and he immediately makes your football team better. Tom, you got one of the best at the position, at a position of need. That doesn't happen very often when you pick 25th in the National Football League.
It does not. So, I think it's a good pick for the Giants. It's the guy you wanted, Marshall. 5 picks ago, you're like, give me Banks.
I'm not
Then
mad.
he got anxious because the receivers went off the board.
I know.
But look, I think it's a good pick for the Giants.
Give me Mingo in round 2 and let's roll.
A double corner. Okay.
No. Mingo. The receiver.
Mingo.
Jonathan
I heard
Mingo.
Ringo. That makes more sense.
No.
All right. Super chats. 581 for the Cowboys. 342 for the Giants. Marshall. Giants fans, just stick around for another 2-3 minutes. Marshall is going to go get set up in one of our other studios. The Giants live stream will be individual, so we will end the simulcast live only on Giants here in just a couple of minutes. So, Marshall?
I believe that we're going to stick around through the 26th pick.
Okay, that was not what I was told.
Stick around.
Okay. Well, so a little bit longer for Marshall.
Which means, Tom, that the Super Chat battle is
it's still live.
Open.
Still
They're
live.
shadow banning me. I'm being shadow banned by my own company right now because Giants now is up to $411 in Super Chats, which means we are in striking distance of catching the Cowboys report. Someone sends in 411, 581. That's 170. Someone sends in a $200 Super Chat. I got 2 beer shot funds to do for you guys. Send in a $200 Super Chat to catch up to the Cowboys report. Even though that's still not enough. Yes, it is, because the numbers are still wrong on screen. Tom, this is a literal shadow ban.
Yeah, I'm at 604, so you're shadow banned.
Well, 411 plus 200 is 611. That's 611. Remember, the biggest Super Chat on today's show, you get to win this Giants Man Cave sign. The biggest one so far is $250 for my man Dax. He might be in sole possession. Tom, you don't look too happy.
I'm fine with this. I have Michael Mayer higher, so if you're going to go tight end, I wanted him, not Dalton Kincaid.
You are in a good spot. You got a Branch.
I got Branch. I got Michael Mayer. I got Joey Porter Jr. I got Nolan Smith.
Why is he
I got
slipping?
Osiris Torrance. I got Miles Murphy. There are so many picks I like for the Cowboys.
Did you ever
right
think that this would be possible? You had this many guys you liked at 26.
No. I thought it'd be weird. I didn't think we were going to have 4 receivers go off the board all in a row today. So I am excited about that front. Dalton Kincaid is an interesting fit because he's very similar to Dawson Knox for me.
Okay.
So let's talk a bit about the pick here. Clearly the Bills thought the Cowboys were going to take him.
Yeah.
Like that's why they jumped up to snipe the selection there. And I think you got a Greg Dulcich, Gerald Everett type of football player here. I don't think he's a great blocker. Not the biggest guy. He's under 6'4". He's 246, 32 and 5/8 arms. Kind of more of a big slot guy than a true line guy. But you're getting Josh Allen, a playmaker. So I'm not mad about that one. I have an early second-round grade. I do have Michael Mayer higher. He was 23rd on my board, so value is about right. You're getting a Josh Allen help. That's fine. There was a back injury. There was a spine injury for Dalton Kincaid. Clearly has been cleared. That's why he's the pick here. That checked out for the Bills' standpoint. Hopefully that's not an issue long term. He's the best pure pass catcher at tight end in this year's class. So I like that pick there for Dalton Kincaid for the Bills. Just a matter of how much you value the tight end here. So, all right, Marshall. Cowboys are up. I'm not looking.
Before we switch to the Cowboys,
looking.
Why did they do this? Dawson Knox, I kind of gave him a little bit of a bag. Did they just think they
tight
needed
end
a more
sets?
weapon?
I think they wanted a playmaker and the receivers were gone.
I feel that. Tom, you have the luxury to pick anyone on the board right now.
I have so many guys I like.
Well, stop being indecisive and pick one.
I'll take Brian Branch.
Brian Branch.
That's my best guy, and I love him,
wants.
and I love a fucking safety, so I can't apologize for it.
Do you think he's a safety or a nickel or both?
I think he plays nickel for year one in Dallas and maybe get some safety reps. Like, you kind of make him a Swiss Army chess piece. Like,
okay.
I think that's fun. I would not be mad about Michael Mayer. I would not be mad about Joey Porter Jr. Nolan Smith. There's a lot of picks that I'd be like, let's go. I'm happy about it. So I think Cowboys are in a great spot. Hell, I might even trade down. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of guys still left. Maybe you can get one at the top of round 2.
All right, I'm tuning out our little streams up here. Super chat time for the Cowboys. Joshua Ramsey, $20. Dallas just watching and saying we're good. Yes, that is where they are at. I think they got to be very happy with how things have gone. A $50 super chat from Duncan. That's a shot for your boy. Calm my nerves.
Duncan, we appreciate you, Brody.
My Celtics advance. The Bruins up next. But first, Brian Branch. Come on, Tom. Let's get free Twisted Tea, gang. DC for life. Can't complain tonight. We back Dan Quinn pick. I did hear some buzz. Dan Quinn wanted a nickel. Best nickel in the class is on the board.
All I'm going to say, Giants fans, we're kind of getting our tails whipped right now, Giants
Cheers.
fans, by the Cowboys. We're getting our tails whipped.
Nick McClain asked about Merriweather, the safety from Iowa. Sure. Ethan says trade back. Lone Wolf says F. Marshy. Steve WW07 says shout out from Houghton Bossier, Shreveport, Dak's hometown. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Just blocking out. I'm going blinders here, Marshall.
It has not been announced yet, so you can still continue to stress.
Okay.
Power rank these 4 guys for the Cowboys for me. Michael Mayer, Branch, Joey Porter Jr., and let's go those 3 guys.
For what I would do or what the Cowboys would do?
You and then them.
And I'm going to put them in order of my board, Branch, Mayer, JPJ. I wonder if it's reversed for Dallas.
Okay.
And I think there's going to be some conversations between Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn for what the pick would be there. So I'm excited. You guys can vote who you want the Cowboys to draft. Who should they draft? Nolan Smith, I'd be happy too. There's a lot of ways that you could go that I'd be very pleased. The round 1 has gone really well for the Dallas Cowboys.
Is there a guy that gets the final say on this pick?
Will McClay. Gelkin says no tight end.
Gelkin says no tight end. Will McClay, he's one of the best in the business, especially in the first round.
That's fine. Honestly, push the tight ends down to round 2. Maybe we can get Sam Laporta. It's fine. So Branch, JPJ, Nolan Smith there. That's my mindset.
Branch, Smith, JPJ.
I'd be happy.
I think y'all should select Will Levis. You need a good backup quarterback.
Let me be clear. You can shut your dirty mouth. That is my nightmare scenario because he's not good at football. I hate that idea. I would be absolutely in shambles. Like, I don't know what I would do. That'd be a disaster. Absolute disaster. That has been my nightmare scenario for a month
I see some Giants fans are upset they didn't take a receiver. There are plenty of receivers to be taken in round 2.
Joey Porter Jr., Darnell Washington. I think there might be some medical with Darnell. It's causing some concerns there. JPJ. I would be surprised if Dallas is trying to trade down because there's a lot of guys on the board that they like, and they can be just moving down there.
As I don't want to steal a thunder too quick, but we did get $100 super chat from Alvin over on our Giants channel. He says, let's beat the Cowboys. Alvin, thank you so much, my man. Thank you for supporting the channel. There's only a couple days better in the year than the NFL draft day, and the best days are when you beat. We can karaoke. Alvin, if you have a song you want me to karaoke,
do it on Giants.
I'll do it. We'll do it on Giants. And then Stolen Harley sends in a $20 super chat. Says New York Football Giants on lockdown now with Banks. We got Waller to catch TDs. Barkley returns to run through defenses. And DJ takes care of the ball again. G-Men going to beat down the rest of the NFL. LFGK Big Blue. We do, though, have a new first place member for our raffle on Giants Now.
Oh!
Robert Rodriguez with the $300 super chat. His first ever super chat. Robert Rodriguez.
I think Giants about to take down the Cowboys here.
Robert
a late
Rodriguez.
upset.
Robert Rodriguez. Please send me a direct message on Instagram or Twitter at @MarshallGreen_, because right now you are in first place for our fan giveaway, and I want to be able to get your shipping information to send you this. Robert Rodriguez, give me a follow on social media at @MarshallGreen_. I got 2 beer shot funds to do when we go live solo.
Shot on Cowboys. Lawrence, G-Men not winning on our channel. Let's go. Oh, calm my nerves here, my nerviness here. We have the pick in yet?
Not yet,
Locked
Tom.
in.
The pick is not in. 1 to 10. Are you nervous or are you happy to be in this position?
I'm a little bit nervous because, there's so many good picks. If it's the bad pick, I'll be really upset. So, I'm not preparing myself for a bad outcome because there's so many good outcomes here. But I'm excited. I think this should be a really good pick by the Cowboys. There's a lot of guys that I'm very high on. I suspect that they're high on. It's just a matter of will they do it. The Cowboys, I think, have earned some benefit of the doubt with the way they drafted in round 1. But you
guys are great usually in
look,
round
man,
1.
I'm chasing that CD Lamb dragon from years ago.
Good
I have never
luck.
been that excited in a draft.
Good
I
luck.
was so hyped.
That was one
I
of
was
the best
over the
first-round
moon.
picks in the last 10 years.
I was absolutely over the moon with that selection. So I'm anxiously waiting the pick here. I'm excited about it, but I'm a little bit anxious about it. Now, if you have not already subscribed to our Cowboys YouTube channel, please do so. We'll be going live only on that, so we'll end the simulcast a little bit after the pick. We'll break it down in depth to go focal here on the Cowboys selection. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We'll have grades throughout the week. We'll have individual pick selections too. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. Free videos every single day, multiple times per day here on the Cowboys selection. Who do you think they'll take? Sound off in the comments. Do we the pick in yet? It's been a long time.
No, Tom, it has not been in. Are they gauging the trade market right now?
I think yes. I think they're also arguing. I think I don't like the laugh. Why are you guys laughing at me?
Because I like the words of they are arguing. I thought that was funny.
Okay.
We're not laughing at the pick.
Pick's not in.
Tom, I will let you know when the pick is in.
All right, don't.
Tom, that was
fuck
just
with
funny.
me. Don't mess with me here. They won't forfeit. They already almost did that one time. Oh, I think they're trying to trade down. I think they're looking at moves there. At least exploring the moves because Jerry loves to trade if he can do it. But there's a lot of good players on the board there. I'm looking live in at their draft room, and they're just having conversations between Mike McCarthy and.
They look like the pick. Yep, pick is
pick's
in. Pick is in. The Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy made the last comment.
Do you like that?
I don't know.
Still nothing yet.
Steven's hyped. Steven Jones is a very happy camper right now.
Tom,
Jerry seems happy.
keep your eyes up.
I'm not looking. I'm just not going to look. All right. They haven't called it in yet. I think Will McClay's doing that right now.
Still nothing.
So they were looking, I think, at one of the scouts. They were looking over at one of the scouts, and then they went back to McCarthy to say something.
Is this war room like Fort Knox? Because we're not getting any tweet.
Okay,
I do not have it.
it's fine. I'm looking down.
Oh, there it is.
All right, just tell me when I can look up.
Whoa!
Oh, we got conflicting info.
We got a J off.
I don't like this.
We got a J off.
Shut up.
Whoa.
All right.
Albert
I'm
Breer does not have a tweet. Albert Breer does not have a tweet. We do not have.
No names. We'll wait.
We do not have anything yet.
I don't like what you guys are saying behind the scenes. It makes me nervous.
Oh.
So we'll wait.
It's in.
Okay, tell me when it's good.
I want to.
Well, just tell me when I can look up. Just tell me when I can look up.
Well, it's not on screen, so you can look up, Tom.
Okay.
There's conflicting reports. We want to be 100%
Okay.
sure before we
Okay,
push.
I appreciate that.
We want to be 100% sure before we push. Carrie Morris, $50 super chat on Maine.
I already quit Slack. I'm not looking at
Carrie,
Slack.
I thought you were a Giants Now real one, Carrie. Thanks for supporting the channel, though, always. It's
All right.
official, Tom.
All right, Marshall, take it away.
With the 20s presented by Manscaped, welcome into the NFL Draft. The 26th pick by the Dallas Cowboys is presented by Manscaped. Head to
locked in. I'm looking at it.
manscaped.com/chat and get 20% off. Tom, take it away.
Fatties only lives! I said I wanted the t-shirts again. Mazi Smith, it's not the pick I would have done, but I'm also not mad at it. You get a run-stopping defensive tackle. Fatties only rides again. I got better guys on the board. You're getting a run stopper from that perspective. I'm not mad at it. So it's not the best player on my board. He's one of the best guys left there. You are getting the type of player that I've asked this Cowboys team to add for a significant amount of time. This is not my number one case scenario with the way the board fell. It is also significantly far away from the worst case scenario. If Mazi Smith can be developed by Dan Quinn, by Adam Dirty, the defensive line coach, there is a lot of untapped upside here. The cousin of TJ Duckett is 6'3", 323, 33 and 3/4 inch arms. There is untapped athletic upside. He is a freak athlete. Dan Quinn gets his fatty on the interior. Fatties only gets to ride again. He is a gifted athlete for his size, one of the better ones there. I thought Bleacher Report's comp of DJ Reader is actually pretty solid and pretty fascinating as well. He moves incredibly well for his size. He carries his weight well. He plays with great power with what he does. He is a weight room legend in the Michigan program. He doesn't miss many tackles. He played a lot of snaps for a big guy. There isn't great production, though. Pressure rate's okay. Not that many sacks, not that many TFLs. He doesn't finish particularly well. Pad level gets a little bit high. He misses some tackles. He misses some sacks there. He had some weight issues in the past. I had a second-round grade on Mazi Smith. He's my best defensive tackle left on the board. He's 40th overall on my board, so not a significant reach. If you wanted the DT, this is the best guy left for me. It's better than some of the other outcomes, but I would have preferred Joey Porter Jr. I would have preferred Michael Mayer. I would have preferred Brian Branch, Nolan Smith as well. But the Cowboys, how can I be mad they did the fatties only thing? I for the brand, I can't be mad at that in the end. So Mazi Smith is the pick. Grade in the comment section. A, B, C, D, or F. I will change the pinned tweet here, or the pinned poll, I should say, on the Cowboys YouTube side. Fatties only gets to ride in a way it never has for the Dallas Cowboys. Mazi Smith is the pick for Dallas over some of the guys that I had higher on my board. But it's fatties only. How can you be mad at that? Today's show is made possible by our good friends, by the way, over at Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code CHAT. That's CHAT at manscaped.com/chat. Take care of your ball skills downstairs. Get the best beard hedger out there, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit available from Manscaped. Go from Mr. Irrelevant to a first-round pick, just like Mazi Smith at manscaped.com/chat. Promo code chat. Help you make the sexy pick without forgetting about your big uglies up front. That works very well for Mazi Smith and the Dallas Cowboys. Manscaped.com, promo code chat. Links in the comment section and in the description of today's show. That's manscaped.com/chat. Big ups to Manscaped for sponsoring today's show and the pick of Mazi Smith by the Dallas Cowboys in round one. Keep grading it. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to go with a B. I can't be mad at fatties only. I can't. That is anti-brand. I did have better players on the board. That's true for a lot of guys, a lot of picks of late here. So, not my favorite pick ever in round one. That's still CeeDee Lamb. But this is, I'm fine with this. And the voters are voting D or F. So, they are the pin poll on Cowboys is very upset from that standpoint. So, A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the pick. Mazi Smith, the selection. A, B, C, D, or F. Not yet, but I'll say this too. Stop comparing him to Taco Charlton. Stop doing it. That's not how football works. Stop doing it. Get over your trauma. Get over it. Matthew Peterson, welcome aboard.
Good to be here, Tom. I mean, Dallas just got the best run stopper in this draft.
That's like true run stopper after Jalen Carter. So if you want to stop the football up the middle, he's your guy. If you want a funner, splashier pick who's going to get pick sixes, yeah, Joey Porter Jr. might have been more of a flair type pick. But I do like this pick for Dallas. It might not be one that moves the needle all that much, but in my opinion, you never can go wrong picking in the trenches in round 1. It's hard to have a big bust from a defensive line or offensive line pick. Sorry, Taco fans out there. But I think this is a
get over your
good
trauma.
pick.
Get over your trauma.
You got to at some point
It's
realize,
not even the same position. Get over it.
Yeah, one's a pass rusher off the edge, more or less. And Mazi Smith is going to be a nose tackle. Well, maybe he goes a little bit too technique, but he's going to be right in the middle.
Stop. It's not Taco, guys. It's not even the same position.
And
Move on.
I think what makes Mazi Smith a bit more special is he's not Vita Vea, which, I mean, Vita Vea is awesome, but he's not just 350-pound tree stump that doesn't move. He's actually an extremely athletic
Great athlete.
interior defensive lineman. So I like this pick for Dallas. I know it might not be one that, sells a bunch of newspapers, but he's going to help keep this defense where it is right now. So with that being said, let's look over Downey's best available picks here. Brian Branch, an all-out great football player. I'm not quite sure what his fit in the NFL, but he will find a home with any team. Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame, he's the most well-rounded tight end. He can block, he can receive, he can do everything you need. Joey Porter Jr., he's just a nasty guy that's going to make life miserable for whoever is opposite that. We're going to say goodbye to our Giants viewers right now here in just a moment, so enjoy our Giants coverage over with Marshall Green. Then there's Nolan Smith, who has been accidentally leaked to be the pick, I think 2 times now. Anyone with the last name Smith has just been automatically assumed to be the pick. Nolan Smith is faster than a lot of these wide receivers that went. He has a little bit of a size issue. He had a pec injury last year. I think any team that finds him at this point will be happy with the value. Now, we do have the next selection in for Jacksonville. Are we ready to roll with it? Here it is. Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. 6'4", 3'8", 6'4" and 3/8", 315 pounds. This is a very good pick for the Jags. They lost Juwan Taylor in free agency, so they get Trevor Lawrence a new tackle to keep him healthy. After moving back a couple of selections, the Jags ultimately go with the tackle. And like Mazi Smith, you really can't have a bust when it comes to the trenches at this point in the draft. He moves quickly. He's smooth. Great hand usage. I know that's really nerding out for offensive tackles, but he is quick to meet edge rushers with his hands right where they need to be. He doesn't have maybe the best power, especially in the run game. Paris Johnson Jr. is your Michael Orr, who's going to dislocate people when he's on the run. Darnell Wright is going to do a great job of meeting players in the second level. That's not quite Harrison's forte. He's going to be great at pass protection. And for Trevor Lawrence, you can expect him to throw the football 35 times a game, give or take. So that's going to be a great fit for the Jags. I like this selection a lot for Jacksonville. It's a bit on the safer side, but it's also on the smarter side because you should invest in your investment. And Trevor Lawrence, he is their king, so why not keep him healthy with a tackle in round 1 after losing one in free agency? Now, we have the Bengals next up on the clock here. To recap the draft so far, we had a very exciting popcorn-style start to the draft. The Texans get C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson after Bryce Young goes 1-1. Anthony Richardson, a bit of a surprise pick right there from the Colts. He goes number 4. Then Devin Witherspoon finds a home in Seattle. Paris Johnson will be protecting Kyler Murray's blind side. Tyree Wilson to the Raiders, great pick. Bijan Robinson is a Falcon. Jalen Carter slips all the way to 9. Howie Roseman gets his guy, it appears, all along at 9 after a trade-up with the Bears, who selected Darnell Wright to be their new starting right tackle. Peter Skoronski is going to help improve the interior, or not quite sure where exactly, offensive line for the Tennessee Titans. Now we're going to say goodbye to our Cowboys viewers here and send you guys over to the exclusive coverage with Tom Downey in just a moment.
All right, welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey, solo live here for the Cowboys selection of Mazi Smith. Everyone's in shambles. Everyone is in shambles. Look, I'll be honest, it's not the pick I would have made. It's not. It's also fatties only, and I will stand fatties only for the rest of my life. And maybe you wanted Brian Branch. I did too. Maybe you wanted Michael Mayer. I did too. Maybe you wanted Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith, a guard, whatever. I get all of that. But how many times have I asked for a potentially disruptive one technique, the fatty up front? That's what Mazi Smith can be. Early second round grade, he was 40th on my board. Is it a slight reach? Yes. Do I think that maybe Dan Quinn and company should have some benefit of the doubt? Yeah, I kind of do. And if you look at the guys who were left on the board, the difference between 40 and, 35 is not a significant difference there. So grade the pick. A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section. The pin poll is this too. It's B, 33%, 14% say A, 25% say D, 28% say, or 25% say C, 28% say D or F. There were some super chats that came in while we were still live on main, so we're not going to be able to pull those up, but I will shout you guys out. Daily Llama 12 at $10. Know the Giants win. Come on, Cowboys fans. I think we won. I'm going to claim it anyway. Tricky YT says Cowboys 50. I didn't bring my shot glass. So I'm just going to do pulls with Jack Daniels here. Keep the grades coming. It's been leaking. I don't like that it's leaking. It's making a mess of everything. Roberto Pohl says, no, Cowboys blew it. Landon Roberts makes sense. We have a good secondary. Mozzie's great. Dwayne Jackson, as a Dallas fan, I am pissed. The last Michigan defensive lineman we drafted was Taco Charlton. I am not happy. This, to me, is a D- pick. I am begging you guys to stop using the word taco. I'm banning it. Can't say taco. Can't say it. They don't even play the same position. We're talking about an edge rusher and a nose guard. This is like saying Micah Parsons plays the same role as Jonathan Hankins. It's not the same position. There had been some buzz. Dallas liked Mazi Smith. Clearly they do in the end. Luis D. Garza says, I'm sure Tom, they messed up. I don't think they messed up. It's not the pick I would have made, but there are a lot of worse selections they could have made here. Not what I would have done. I do think they've earned some benefit of the doubt from us. I really do. Little Boats, better picks. We didn't need an interior run stopper. That's fine there. Stone Cold Test, if I got him in later rounds, hate it. No, you couldn't have. If you wanted Mazi Smith, you had to take him in the first round because he was not getting to you in round 2. Not a chance of that. Carl Bruh, it was a need, so I'm not mad, and Will McClay we trust. That's the first super chat from Carl. Thank you. Elmatic 7, people criticized Smith last year, same fans. I criticized the Tyler Smith pick. I like this one more, relatively speaking, from that standpoint. Michael Walker, a need, yes. We'd rather had Branch. Been watching for years now. Thanks for good work, Tom. Go Cowboys. Thank you, Michael. Again, I'm inclined to agree. I would have taken Branch. I would have taken Michael Mayer. Now, tight ends will slide for you. You're going to push him down here as, Miles Murphy the pick. I've missed some picks. Let me get caught up on what's happened here while Steves gets the super chats all set up here. Tweet deck. So Miles Murphy to the Bengals. Love that pick for Cincinnati. Who did the Jags took? Anton Harrison, I believe. Okay, so that's the two picks. Those are the two picks there. Okay, makes sense there. Read the pick, A, B, and you just pull up on the clock. A, B, C, D, or F. Other super chats we missed out on here. I think we're caught up. Yes, we are. So Duncan, 39. I want Branch. Can we trade up early second? Do we ever do that? Mozzie's a B+. I've been screaming, stop the Dan run for 3+ years. This helps. B+, can we get Branch? I wonder if Pittsburgh's going to take Brian Branch to begin round 2, unless he goes here in the near future. So I'm not going to get my hopes up for Brian Branch, but I would love him. I would absolutely love him. Chris B, don't mind the pick. We need that big body run stuffer. Will help the edge rushers and linebackers. I expect heavy offense the rest of the way. I totally agree. Maybe if a linebacker or a corner falls to you, sure. But I do think this is going to be a heavy offensive pick moving forward for the Dallas Cowboys. Tight end, guard, running back, all areas of focal point, I think, the rest of the way for the Dallas Cowboys. $5 from Yeka. It's definitely a need. The run D was not good last year. Him being a big boy helps plug the plows. How many years have we been begging for the run stopper up front? They got it. And you got someone who is a freak athlete who offers you the ability to be more than just a two-down player. He absolutely has the athletic traits, not the production yet, to be a three-down player. I don't know. I think the Cowboys have earned some trust. You guys, I'm not going to lie to you. When do I lie to you? If I don't like the pick, I tell you I don't like the pick. Not the pick I would have made. I'm not mad with it either. Paul Powell, $2. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Very kind. Nick McLean, why do we like players with the last name Smith? I don't know. Just because. It's not just kind of weird in the end. A unique quirk, I suppose, from that perspective. Thank you, Nick. Blood Slinger, $5. Super chat here. I appreciate I'm trying to justify Mazi, but really? Not happy. I'm not trying to justify anything. That's how I feel. We can wind back the clock and show how I felt about CeeDee Lamb, how I felt about Tristan Hill, how I felt about Taco Charlton. I like that one. I was wrong. I was right about Tristan Hill. I didn't like Tyler Smith. I was wrong that one. I was in shambles over Nashawn Wright. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I get the mindset here. I'm not upset about the pick. It's not a home run selection. It's not an A grade for me. But I'm not mad about it either. Michael, if I'm Dallas, I'm calling Detroit during breakfast tomorrow to see how they currently value DeAndre Swift. Don't hate it. Can I get him for a mid to late day 3 pick? B. I told Brett. Got to communicate things. If I'm Dallas, I'm calling Detroit during breakfast tomorrow to see how they currently value him. Again, you can also just Slack or whatever, it's fine. All right. It's a good idea. I like it. The Star Wars note, is this how the Dallas wanted Tristan Hill to be? No. They wanted him to be a disruptive pass rusher at the 3 technique spot. Mazi Smith, they want to grow into a 3-down nose guard who can be the extreme end is like your Vita Vea. I think the better player comp is a DJ Reader comparison. That's what I think they're aiming for. Tristan Hill, not the same player. Chris B, $5. Cowboys fans, we got to relax a little. Should have been at the doubt. We all hated Tyler Smith last year. This was like a good pick. The last real round 1 miss, now we can argue over Zeke, at least in the long term, was Taco. I said the thing I couldn't say. Everything else, they've had like 7 of the 8 outside of Tyler Smith because he's only played 1 year. 7 of the 8 last picks have been all pros or Pro Bowlers. That's pretty good. That doesn't mean every pick is going to be right here. But I do think this is the type of selection that give them the doubt. He's not a bad player. It's an early second-round grade for me. And if you promise me he becomes a 3-down player, you'd have a first-round grade. It's just that's the concern why he's not a first-round pick there in the end. Also, by the way, the Saints pick is in. Brian Brzee, number 29. So I have Mazi Smith over Brian Brzee on my board. I'm not going to be mad about it. I will not be mad. Alberto G. You think if Mike McCarthy or if Michael Mayer falls from the first round, should the Cowboys call up in the second round to get him? Yeah, I'd do that. Wouldn't we all feel better about that? I mean, look, you got 2 picks left. Branch, Mayer, JPJ, Nolan Smith, they're all shockingly there. Makes me wonder if there's a medical or something along those lines. Are those guys still sliding? I'll pull Murphy to the board. Your tight ends outside of Kincaid are all there. Your guards are all there. You're hoping for one of those guys to slide to you. Probably won't. But you're in good shape on that front. So thank you all for the super chat. Super chats, I should say. I greatly appreciate that one there. Who do you want to draft next? Round 2. Who are you aiming for? Sound off in the comment section. We have a fan in here. It's hot as hell. Sniped.
Sniped the fan.
Sniped from the fans. That's okay. Who do you want to draft next? Sound off. TR says Will Levis. Don't want him.
Will Levis falling.
Don't want him.
Tom, how shocked are you that Joey Porter Jr. is not drafted?
Very shocked. A lot of guys I'm shocked are gone. Like I knew I was higher on Osiris Torrance and Darnell and maybe Brian Branch, but
yeah,
it's fine. There, again, when guys shockingly fall, oftentimes there's some undisclosed medical or off the field issue that I think is worth looking into there. $5 super chat from Kaiser Soze. Doesn't hurt our run D, so it's all good. This helps your run defense. This is going to be a key rotation player for you along that defensive line, and this is one of the better athletes in the draft. I didn't do all the testing because he had some. I think I forget what the issue was. It was a groin or something that cost him the combine. But he's an incredible athlete. He's one of the Feldman's freaks list. He is super high up there. So I'll be in shambles once the Eagles draft Brian Branch here at 30. I'll be upset because I love him, but this is not a bad pick from the Cowboys with Mazi Smith there. So few more super chats coming in here. Hit those once you're good for the cut. We'll start that there, Patrick. But a few more supers coming in. We'll keep hitting those. Chris B is the last one in here. Cowboys only passing on JPJ. No one Smith of the players. Maybe there is something there. Relax and see days 2 and 3. Look, board's falling decently for you overall. Could still be the case come round 2 if Avula's there, if one of the corners you love is there. Mazi Smith was again, a little early for me. I won't lie to you. But if you take off the players you just weren't going to take overall or just go by one position grouping, he's probably the best player on their board. I think look, if I told you Dan Quinn loves him, don't we feel better about that? And there must be something up with Branch. Maybe not so Branch, but Michael Mayer, JPJ, Nolan Smith. I'm surprised those guys are on the board still. Darnell Grant. I'm not mad at this pick because one of our biggest needs are addressed, but I want Charbonnet to be a Cowboy by end of day tomorrow. My concern is Charbonnet goes either to you in round 2 or he's off the board in the 3rd round. That's my general concern there. Nick McClain says Sam Laporta in the 2nd. That makes a lot more sense than the round 1 buzz for Sam Laporta. All your tight ends except for Kincaid are there. So let's see what happens. Trey Canary, $2 super chat. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate that. You're very kind. Jeremy Chugs' burner. Luke Schoonmaker is the next taco. Hey, there you go. Michigan player. Haynes there. That's what they are, right? Next Michigan guy. Thank you, Jeremy Chugs. Alex, we got up by 2 teams this week. We have known for Nolan Smith. We have decent tight ends. We need a good inside linebacker tomorrow, and we're set. I'm thinking left guard. I say keep going BPA. BPA tends to lead to good things. So, Alex, I appreciate that $5 super chat. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Any other supers that come in, we will continue to hit them. We will also recap what the Eagles and Chiefs do after we go in-depth, a full cut with the Cowboys selection of Mazi Smith. So stay tuned on that. All your questions on who the hell this guy is will be answered here live on the Cowboys Report. Y'all good, Producer Patrick? Let's ride. The Cowboys Report is presented today by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Cowboys over at manscaped.com. We appreciate Manscaped sponsoring today's reaction to the pick. Mazi Smith, fatties only, lives and rides in a way it never has before. The one thing they've been missing is that disruptive defensive tackle. Mazi Smith has the ability to be that football player. The production is not there. Half a sack, 1 sack, 2 TFLs, 49 tackles. Pressure rate was okay. But the athletic ability, the untapped potential from one of the best athletes in this year's class absolutely, unequivocally is there. He is a nose guard. He is a run-stopping defensive tackle who has the athletic juice to be more than that. I'm not going to say it's Vita Vea. I think Vita Vea was a better player. I thought, I'll give Bleacher Report the credit here. I thought the DJ Reader comp was really good. That is the type of player you could end up getting in Mazi Smith. He's an impressive athlete at his size. We didn't get much testing, but he is really good in that area. He plays with fantastic power in his hands. When he's locked in and has a plan, he's really impressive in that area. The power, the weight room stuff is unbelievable. He got the nickname Gorilla at Michigan because he was so dynamic in that area. He is a pretty solid tackler. We'll get to some issues on that front here in a little bit. He did end the year, by the way, playing some of his best ball. He played a lot of snaps for a 6'3", 323-pound mountain of a man, and he carries that weight well. This is not a Fatties Only is all about getting the big guys to help stop the run. Mazi Smith, it's not about being Dontari Poe and being literally too fat. Mazi Smith is not that. He's a fantastic athlete, 0 career pressures. He is, for now, a nose guard. He might only be limited to being the pocket pusher, but he has flashes of more. He has the traits to be more than just that run-stopping defensive lineman. He was number 40 overall on my board. He was an early second-round grade. I will never lie to you guys here. I wanted Brian Branch. I wanted a Michael Mayer, Joey Porter Jr., and Nolan Smith, one of those guys. But Mazi Smith, this is not Taco Charlton. I'll go in depth on that here in a little bit. But grade the pick. It is the pinned comment of today's show. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade this pick. If the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. A, B, C, D, or F. Go vote at the pinned comment right now. I'm going to give it a B. Look, again, it's not the pick I would have made. There were better guys that I liked that were falling for whatever reason. Not all of them will even go in round 1, so there is some question marks on that front as to why. Maybe we'll know more tomorrow. It is not a reach. It's not a significant reach. It's a little bit of a reach. He was 40. It says 26, so second round grade, you're not that far off. It's fine there. It's a B grade for me. I'm going to go C+, B-, sure, I get all of that. I'm not upset. I'm not. This is not Taco Charlton. This is Fatties Only, baby. The thing that I have craved for this team for so long, that run-stopping defensive lineman, he's in Dallas. He has the ability to be more than that, the potential to be more than that. We'll get to the negatives in a little bit. And look, I would have taken JPJ, Mayer, Brian Branch. I'm also not upset over this pick. And I do think this part is true as well. Don't the Cowboys, haven't they earned the benefit of the doubt with the way they've drafted in recent years? I certainly think so. More on Mazi Smith, but first, today's show is made possible by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Cowboys over at manscaped.com. That is manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. The link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. If you want to be the hero, if you will, you go from Mr. Irrelevant to a first-round pick, use Manscaped's Beard Hedger. Use the Lawnmower 4.0. Everything else in between. Manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. That link, again, is in the comment section and the description of today's show. They can help you feel like the sex people without forgetting about your big uglies, like Fatties Only suggests in Mazi Smith. Beard Hedger, Lawnmower 4.0 are a franchise-changing combo that will have you looking at your roster with pride. So get yours today. All of their available items from the bottom stuff to the top stuff. Manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Big ups to Manscaped for sponsoring today's show. More now on Mazi Smith. Let's talk about the negatives, why he's available, why I didn't have him as a true first-round grade from that standpoint. Despite the traits, despite the elite athletic ability, the production was not great. He is not a finisher yet. He tends to miss and have issues and have situations that he just doesn't quite get the result that you want. You can go and push Dane's scouting report here as I just talk about Mazi Smith in general, so feel free to read there too. There is some off-the-field red flags. Felony gun charge in 2022. That appears to be just a miscommunication. It's why it was labeled or reduced to a misdemeanor. 50 and a 25. Police found a handgun and multiple things of ammunition in the car. The gun was legally purchased, but he didn't have the proper license in Michigan, so I don't think it's a big deal, but it is something you want to mention. He's not the same elite player off the snap that I think he could certainly end up being from that perspective. I think there's more room to grow there. A little bit of a stand-up guy, doesn't move quite as fast as maybe you want from that perspective. The burst in hands can be just a little bit delayed. I mentioned the finishing. He doesn't finish the way that he should. There are more chances for big plays He doesn't quite finish off in the end. He was 345 when he enrolled at Michigan, but he's kept his weight down. Wasn't a problem in college once he got into the Michigan weight program there, and he was fantastic as an athlete as well. So I had a second-round grade on him, 40th on my board, but again, 40, but between 40 and honestly, even 29, there's not much of a difference. So it's why I'm not considering it a significant reach or a reach even that much there. You're getting the type of player that you are hoping for can elevate your defense. The run stopper against teams like the Giants and Commanders and Eagles, they're going to run the football. They're going to. And Mazi Smith, if you can develop him, which I trust the staff to do so, is going to be a high-end impact piece for you in the long run. Now, this is the round 1 reaction. We're going to have round 2, round 3, day 3 right here on the Cowboys Report. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Free videos all throughout our NFL draft coverage right here on the Cowboys Report. One more thing I want to rant on. Look, I gave the pick a B. It's not my favorite pick. I'm not in shambles over it, though. This is not Taco Charlton. We have got to move on from our trauma. It's not right thing to say. Whatever. Get over it. This is different player, different strengths, different position. This is like saying Micah Parsons is Jonathan Hankins. They play 2 totally different roles. This is not Taco Charlton. Taco is banned from the competition. I get that the one bad first-round pick you've had in about 8 years, you can't get over. The Cowboys draft really well. This is get over the helmet logo and defensive line, different edged versus nose guard. It is not Taco Charlton. If you want to pick, that is fine. But don't compare it to Taco. It's just not remotely the same there. Round 1 almost in the books here, as we will be once we get this video out, I suppose, there. Who do you want the Cowboys to draft in round 2? Some surprise sliders this year that maybe we didn't think would end up being on the board. So sound off in the comment section. Who do you want the Cowboys to draft in the 2nd, 3rd rounds and beyond? Sound off for me in the comment section right now. And if you haven't already, hit me up on Twitter. I never sleep well after round 1. I'm just constantly awake and alert and just not being able to rest my eyes. I'm so damn wired. DM me. I did a better job this year of not tweeting during the draft. I got excited because there were plenty of picks I wanted. Didn't get the one I wanted, but I'm not mad at the pick either. I'm fine with it. Hit me up on Twitter @WhatGoingDowny. My DMs are open for that exact reason. So slide on in. I can talk you off the ledge if you're upset about Mazi Smith. I can help you feel better if you really wanted the pick to be somebody else. Or we can, if you're happy, I'll be happy with you. Hit me up on Twitter @WhatGoingDowny. Nolan Smith was the pick for the Eagles, by the way. I knew they liked. It's funny. I think I actually got credit for that on my mock because I had him at 10. So look, Eagles draft well. Eagles draft well. That's how it goes. That's squeezed the photo. Look at it. He's squished. It's like a sizing issue or a crop issue. It's just not. There you go. I gave it a B. By the way, we will stay live as long as supers come in. Once the supers stop, I got to go do draft grades on Maine. That's what I got to do there. So we'll get those going. Get them in the comment section. Super chats will stay live. Here I got to 9:46. Nobody. This is the last call. We will put 2 minutes for this point. Geraldo Neary. Nobody's beaten Geraldo for the signed football yet. Kind of don't think anyone else will. So, 201, you win the signed football. That's the price. Let's hit the super chats here, Patrick. Black Attack, JL Skinner round 2. It's too early for me. I got him in the 3rd, I believe. Dan Quinn got his defensive player. I'm not sure he's going to get 2. At least early picks. Later on, of course, but not right now. Lone, I've seen my last super about Micah. I believe Micah was hyped. Because of course Micah was.
Yeah, that's huge.
The defensive line loves this pick.
Yes, 100%.
They get the freak out that's going to help make their lives easier. They love it. Of course they do. It'd be weird if they didn't love it, frankly. All right, Billy Renfro. Because number last year didn't love it at first, but warmed to it quickly. And McLean Company usually don't miss very often. They don't miss very often.
No,
they don't. They do a really good job there. So I will give them some credit from that perspective. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, I suppose. Jose Valdez, straight up for a tight end in JPJ in the 2nd.
I can't believe he's
I don't think you can get both. But guard, tight end, one of these surprisingly sliding defensive linemen, Torrance, Avila.
Yeah.
You got some possibilities there. You really do.
Could you see them trading up to like Arizona at 33?
Be the Tank Lawrence trade 2.0.
Oh, is that trading up to 33?
I think it was 34, but something along those lines. Like you traded your second or third to go get him.
Yeah. It's just brutal because now the Steelers have their choice. Brian Branch or Joey Porter Jr. at 32. They start off tomorrow.
I think maybe they do take JPJ.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they should. It's a great point. They should definitely take him.
They're taking
That'd be too easy. That'd be too easy. Stelios 300. Solid pick. Y'all need that gorilla. I'm all in on Mazi. I asked producer Brett to bring back the Fatties Only t-shirts.
Yes, they're back.
Are they back yet or no? Because
They should be
I
back
asked. I asked, and I have not seen them yet.
Should be back in.
Did he say he was doing it?
I don't know. I didn't hear.
Because maybe we do it later, but I want the Fatties Only shirts back. This is the right time for it there. Roberto Polt. Eagles front is now the best line in the league. We need O-line help. Center and O-line will be overpowered. Eagles front has been really good. You also just upgraded your defensive line too, by the way. I would like a left guard. If I can get Avila or Torrance in the second, or JMS even, or Tippmann, whatever, feeling happy. Michael, textbook Dallas pick. Slight reach to fill a need. Seems to work out more often than not. I don't think anyone was thrilled last year taking Smith with Linderbaum on the board. I was not. I was more upset last year than I am this year.
Really?
And I was.
Huh.
I didn't like Tyler Smith because he was penalty boy, which he kind of was this year, but he was a far more, he got adjusted to quicker than I thought he was going to. I think it was the interview process that really impressed him. Like, he's a very smart player, so I'm fine with it. I'm not. Look, if they'd taken Branch or JPJ or Mayer, I'd have been fucking hyped.
Yeah.
I'm not hyped, but I'm not mad. I'm good with it.
This is like a boring pick that you're gonna look back at like week 8, 9, 10 of the season and be like, you know what, maybe the Joneses were right.
You're gonna be stopping the run better, and you're like, you know what?
Yep.
Even if he's not making the splash plays, like the
He's gonna
impact's
be
felt.
eating blocks from Micah and the edges.
Yeah. RB, Avila would be great. I just wanted Porter. Hey, I did too. I wanted Joey Porter Jr. too.
Him, Trayvon Diggs, and Stephon Gilmore. That would have been Legion of Boom 2.0.
It's okay. It can be not what we wanted and still be a fine pick.
Yeah.
So, how can you justify potential based on almost no production? Cowboys drafters, this is weird. I mean, we can look at, like, everyone's like, yeah, Nolan Smith, great pick. Nolan Smith has no production.
Yeah.
Like, relative to other edges. Like, this is a film over the box score pick. Yeah. Nolan Smith had 3 sacks this year. 4.5 in his best year.
Wow.
And we'd all been hyped about that one, right? Like, Jalen Carter, who we all thought was top 5 player, right? We're mad the Eagles got him, which is correct.
Yep.
Had 3 sacks this year. It comes down to the film, the athletic ability, the roles, what they're asked to do, what they can do in the NFL versus just the box score there. Seth, kind of mad I wanted Michael Mayer so bad. Final pick is in for round 1. Chiefs just took Felix Anudike-Uzomah.
Wow.
The local kid, KC's going nuts.
That's awesome.
With the final pick of this year's draft, as my mock draft was a dumpster fire again. I knew it was going to be the case. I didn't do very well.
Well,
I finished okay. For as bad as I thought this was going to be, I finished okay.
Was the Witherspoon pick for you the biggest shocker?
What the Lions were fucking doing.
Oh my God, I know.
Jameer Gibbs and Jack. What? Why?
I don't know.
I don't get it. Like Jack Campbell, I'd have been mad at.
Jack Campbell.
Mazi Smith, I ain't mad at. Seth, I'm kind of mad I wanted Meyer so bad. He's still on the board. You can go get him.
You go trade up tomorrow.
You can go trade up tomorrow for Michael Mayer. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yekov, if available, should we draft Slenderman? I've been calling Emmanuel Forbes Slenderman. He's a commander, though.
Yeah.
So maybe there's somebody else in mind from that perspective. So great if so, but I'm okay. You know, Cam Smith slides, if DJ Turner slides, whatever. Like I'm gonna be working the phones. Like I think Dallas will be working the phones tomorrow because that just makes sense to do here. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Then we'll sign off here. Tan Fam in McClay, we trust. $5. Thank you, Tan Fam. It's not a bad idea. Cowboys do well in round 1. Round 2, not so much. Not so much. I do trust McClay in round 1, day 2. Had a different conversation. Eddie Joe, John Machota, or is it Machado? I never get how to pronounce John's name. I've met him so many times. Reported Micah got his wish, texted Dan Quinn the other day to say he wanted Mazi Smith. Obviously, you're not letting Micah make the pick. It's not how teams do business. But that also tells you that they, when they brought Mazi in for a visit, had to meet with Micah and the team, everyone was impressed. That's what that tells me. That they came away impressed with the interview process and all that stuff, and they're like, this is a guy that we think would be a great fit for what we want to do, and all of those things that go along with it from there. So thank you, Eddie Joe. Supers keep coming in. We'll stay live. Otherwise, we'll sign off.
So, Tom,
I got to go do
shocker.
draft grades, too.
Yeah, biggest shocker. Was it Jack Campbell for you or Jameer Gibbs?
I think Campbell.
Campbell?
Gibbs was a shot. I mean, both the Bills, but the Lions did was really weird.
Yeah, really weird.
Yeah, it was super duper weird. So, give me a second here. So you want to read off some supers here?
Yeah,
Pat.
John Faulkner, first ever super chat. Shout out to you, John. We appreciate it. Love to see it. Shout out to John. Eagles got Nolan Smith. Yeah, the Eagles have taken 4 Georgia defensive players in the last 2 years. They got Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean last year, and then this year they took Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. That's incredible for the Eagles. They only got Georgia's defense, Tom.
They did a good job, I suppose, in the end. So Eagles do that. I think Mazi will be a good player for you too. So I'm not panicking there. All right, more supers come in. We'll stay alive. I think we got 2 more in there. Fernando Garcia says, "What would Dallas need to trade for Michael Mayer?" So your second and third is worth roughly pick 42. Now maybe it's a little bit higher, but if you're trying to get to that premium second, a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
it is. So maybe it's a wait and see if maybe a team like the Rams desperately want to move down.
Yeah.
Because they need picks pretty bad. Maybe the second and third gets it done. But if you want to jump way up there, it is going to be expensive. John Faulkner, $2 super chat. Thank you, John. Seth, thanks to the fan base. We overlap our tight end group a lot for small sample size thoughts. Yeah. It is a small sample size. It is fine. If you don't want to take a tight end, we're going to gamble on Ferguson and Hendershot. That's fine with me because they did show flashes. But I'm also not assuming it's a top 5 tight end room in the NFL.
Yeah.
Hey, we haven't seen it yet. It could be. And maybe you want to take other spots instead and revisit next year. But if there's a great tight end for you in round 2,
take him.
Do it. It's not a spot where you have to take somebody. It's also not a spot where you can't take somebody.
Maybe it's a Sam Laporta if they stay there in the second round.
I believe that they like him, so I would not be particularly shocked by that one in the end. So, Black Attack, $2. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Cheers to you. Toxic Tom Downey burner account. I'm trying to get my damn grades in for the next part of this stuff. Been needing a legit DT since since Bush was in office. Suppose which one from that particular perspective. But it's funny, Toxic. I appreciate that. RB, at least we are at the Jets or Detroit tonight. I would have been fine taking Will McDonald where you were at pick 26.
Yeah, they took him early.
15, though.
15 is early.
25-year-old. Don't know about that one there, Jim.
However, the Jets D-line is awesome.
I think they were upset that they got sniped
By
the Steelers.
Oh,
they were going to take Broderick
Jones?
Jones. They were going to take Jones, and they got sniped there. So that one I think was pretty unfortunate, pretty disappointing from that standpoint. So fine with me there. Supers keep coming in. We'll stay live. We will stay live as long as they continue to come in here. I got to update all of these things here. I want to trade off some supers here.
Yeah, Dominator just came in with a $5 super chat. He says, hey, I'm going to be real. Just say I really wanted Kincaid, not because I'm biased for being a Utah fan. It's because I could see this offense being awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think Kincaid, Mayer, whoever you wanted, isn't necessarily a bad thing from that perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with it. I wouldn't have been mad at that pick either. I would have had Michael Mayer higher. The back scares me for Kincaid. He's not a good blocker, but it's not a bad thing. So I agree, Dominator. Thank you. Civic Cano, praying for a splash in round 2. We'll see what they do. I think trade up could very well be in play.
That would be awesome.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Stone Cold to next. Last summer of Michigan didn't work out. Hope this does. Here's the thing. It's not the last time we drafted someone. Because you're talking about Taco Charlton. He's not the last Michigan player you drafted.
Cowboys fans have PTSD from that?
Yes. Everyone is like I'm getting drafted because I'm like, stop calling him Taco. He's not Taco Charlton. He's not.
Yeah.
Different players, but it's Michigan front four, and they freak out. The last Michigan I drafted was Jordan Lewis. Same draft, but we all forget about it because we don't have the trauma from Taco. Move on from the trauma. You will be okay. All right. Last call. A minute on the clock here. Supers keep coming in. We will stay live. Hit that super chat button. 200 is the amount from Geraldo here. If we break it, or if it gets passed, we will give you the football. I don't think anyone's going to beat Geraldo. I don't think so. But if someone does, 201 will sign and send the football to you here from us here at Chat Sports. Big thank you to Geraldo so far. Stephen Hewitt, trade up for Darnell Washington now.
Tom would love this.
I would be over the moon. I will say there was whispers of medical stuff for Darnell Washington. I think we talked about that?
Yeah.
We talked about that the other day. So keep that in mind for where things sit. If he slides into the 40s or 50s, maybe it's the medical. Dallas brought him in for a visit, so they would have a good feel for that. But I would be very excited if they got Darnell Washington.
That'd be awesome.
That would have me hyped. That's my dude. Him, Mayer, JPJ.
Because you could probably, like you're saying, if you trade up to 42, you could probably snag him there. Considering Michael Mayer's still on the board, he'll probably be the next tight end drafted.
Luke Musgrave will get some buzz. Sam Laporta, who I think the Cowboys like, will get some buzz too. There's the way the board has fallen. There should be some good players for you. Will Levis is on the board too.
Oh my God, yeah, Levis goes undrafted.
You know what? I'm gonna say I was right.
Yeah.
He's not that good. All that buzz around pick number 2. How about that one? Timmy Cano, what trade up is most likely? Your 2 and your 3 get you to the mid 40s, early to mid 40s. Your 2 and your 4, I'm doing the math here, would get you to not nearly as high. Would get you to about the early 50s, like 51 with Miami, or Tampa could move down. So that might be enough, because my concern was that, hey, you might be missing out on some of your day 2 guys, and around player like 50 on my board, I don't love it as much. 51, 52. There are some guys I like, but it kind of like regresses a little bit. So maybe you do try to move up there. We'll see how the board goes early tomorrow. That'll set your tone there. Mars Raheem, am I missing with Joey Porter Jr.? I really want him. We all are. Yeah. I think he's awesome. I don't know why he's on the board. I really don't. That does not make sense to me.
Pittsburgh has to kick off tomorrow.
Pittsburgh takes Joey Porter Jr. to kick off tomorrow. Everyone's hyped.
Yep.
I think Brian Branch should be a great pick for him.
God, they could get Joey Porter Jr. and Broderick Jones.
I'm looking at tomorrow's, right? Like you got the Steelers. Houston still has 33, right?
Cardinals
at 33 now?
Yeah.
Did they have 33 in? No, they moved up to 34. It's not updated. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go to ESPN for the picks. Sorry, my trade chart didn't update the picks that are left there.
Lions have 34.
Oh, man. Imagine if they take Michael Mayer.
The Lions do?
Yeah. That'd make a lot of sense.
They do need a tight end.
They need a tight end. I think that makes sense there. All right. Thank you, Mars. Chip Mayhew OG. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Run defense was terrible. I still want JPJ or Washington. It's fair.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. I get that. Tristan Brown says, screw tight end. Trade up for Branch or JPJ. I will move the 2 and the 3 right now for either of those guys.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. Like you guys know, I love picks. I hate trading up. I hate giving up assets. But like, I'm moving up for one of those guys, and I am excited as hell about doing that. So, August Lober, thoughts on UCLA's Jake Bobo, move the tight end. Weather was not great at his pro day. He ran a 4.9 as a wide receiver. I am out. He's also 206, so you add weight.
Yeah.
And you got an undersized 4.9 tight end who I wrote this down in my notes. Smart on me. He's not that great of a blocker if you're trying to look at him as a tight end.
Yep.
I don't think he should be drafted. Richard Greenwell will take an extra second tomorrow. Your 1. Or like your 2 and your 3 next year. to get an early second, you got to give up so much because you're already back end of round 2, and there's no real moves that would make sense for you to be able to acquire that without giving up a future one, which I don't want to do.
Would you give him next year's first for the Cardinals pick?
And I said I don't want to do it, but then I'm like, ooh, Michael Mayer, Brian Branch, JPJ, yeah, probably. but I'm terrified of like quarterback gets hurt again, and you're picking 10th. Like that scares me.
Yeah.
That's why in general the one is always off limits for me from that standpoint. So if more supers keep coming in, we will stay live here on the Cowboys Report. Mazi Smith, the pick by the Dallas Cowboys. All the buzz about C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, Will Anderson, who ended up being a Texan, by the way. They go Stroud at the 2 for Houston. All that drama about what the hell they're going to do, and they just take him in the end. Witherspoon goes 5.
Like that was just a bunch of talk, or if they...
I don't. Maybe ownership was like, you're freaking taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
Who knows? Tyree Wilson was a surprise pick. Bijan I got right. I'm going to pull up my mock draft, by the way.
Jalen Carter.
The results.
9. Darnell Wright, was that a shocker to you at 10? Or
not terribly shocking. This is one of my lower mock draft scores. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like barely inside the top 50 this year for me. A lot of ties. I knew it was not going to be. I knew it was not going to be a great mock draft, but better than a lot of people. So I'm not in shambles over that one there. All right. I don't see any more supers coming in. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Last call. Then we will sign off here and move on. We will be live again tomorrow, by the way. We will be live tomorrow. We'll do the simulcast, probably jump off for the round 2 pick, come in here. If they trade up, we'll get some chaos there. So we will still be live. We'll have coverage for you here on the Cowboys Report. Free videos every single day. In theory, the highlight cut for the pick is getting out soon. We can go check in on that in a little bit. But no more supers coming in. We'll go ahead and call things here on that front. So, good. The cut is uploading, so we're in good shape there. So if you missed the breakdown of the cut, stay tuned. It'll be out in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, somewhere in that range. One more super chat. Eddie Spaghetti, Will Levis in round 2.
Love it, Eddie.
So you can shut your whore mouth, Patrick. That's going to be a no from me, dog.
Yeah.
Now, Seattle, Los Angeles. The Raiders at 38.
The Raiders at 38.
The Titans at 41. The Falcons at 44. The Patriots at 46. The Commanders at 47. The under hit, by the way, for quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
Hit by a full extra one.
Because
only
Hooker
3.
Also.
Hooker and Levis did not go round 1. Wow. That was quite a shock. Hooker, people were like, he's gonna be a top 15. Like, no, he's not.
It was 5.5 corners. The under hit there too.
Yeah, I wonder if Hooker goes like mid to late day 2 now, or if he goes before Will Levis.
Could you imagine?
So that's fun. All right, that does it for us today here. We will be back again tomorrow. Do not miss out on anything. Make sure you are subscribed. Free videos here on the Cowboys Report. Hit that sub button right now, and we'll see you guys back again tomorrow, or if you're on the East Coast, in a couple of hours. We will have in the morning, by the way, another mock draft and some day 2 targets for you right here on the Cowboys Report.